article 2, which is posted in WhatsApp group. The article is Machine Learning in Manufacturing towards Industry 4.0 from or no to 4 So in this article, the objective of this, what is the thing, what is the objective of this is objective, and then machine learning roadmap, and then challenges. So the objective of this article is how we can apply the machine learning concept to the manufacturing sector. In the manufacturing sector, mainly it is focused for Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 means everything should be automated by using a maybe it may be a or it may be a machine learning or deep learning, whatever it is. So in this article they are focused how the machine learning is applied for manufacturing sector. For example, in car manufacturing means how all the process would be automated by using a machine learning. They are reviewed many papers. From the papers, they have to survey many papers. From the papers, they have to do So when we are going to apply the machine learning in manufacturing sector, three questions are research questions are raised. First one is what is the benefits for manufacturing sector when I am using a machine learning? Whether it will take rapid decisions or that is improve the speed, fast productions, or it will reduce the human powers. Like this, what is the benefits when I use the machine learning in the manufacturing sector? That is the first question. What is the solution given by a machine learning through when I using machine learning in a manufacturing sector? What is the solution for the current problem which is faced in the manufacturing sector? And then third, what is the challenges and then opportunities when I apply the machine learning in a manufacturing sector? What is the challenges the company face? And then what is the opportunities they will get? The three questions are raised and machine learning is applied. And also in a machine learning, suppose we are going to apply the machine learning in manufacturing sector means they have to formulate or mapping four nodes with the manufacturing sector's process. What is the four nodes means? Four nodes means what? Know what, know why, know when, and know how. So this is mapped with the manufacturing sector process. So what is the manufacturing sector process means? Generally in the manufacturing companies, they are following process, product, and then process, and then machines, and then systems. Generally in the manufacturing companies, production-based companies, these systems are product, and then process, and then machines, and then systems. How these four is correlated with four nodes. That is what, why, and then how, and then when. So this is how it is correlated. How by using a machine learning, how it is correlated. What is happen when I use this. So when I use first know what. That is the thing. We know what. What means it is what is things going beyond the systems in the manufacturing sector. What is the real-time data? What is the going beyond the manufacturing sector? What is the real-time data is going? That we know that. First, what is based on that we have to take the decision. Rapid decision is taken. And then why this identify the inner patterns, historical data. Historical data is identified. What is the purpose by using that historical data? What we do? That is second thing. And then when it is applied, when it is applied for a particular situation. When we apply this historical data to the real time, and then how to apply. And then there is what is the technology? What is the things? What is the algorithms or anything we are applying? How we apply? That is the challenges and then how to apply. That would be, for example, quality improvement means by the product quality predictions, and and then correlation between the process and quality, and then defect deductions. So these are all identified in the product in the what status. And then this is self-optimizing process, planning adaptive process. This is process they are correlating Y. And then this is when we can correct the fault. When we correct the fault, when we take the correct measurement, when we get the fault, like in a machine's level we can edit. And then how to adapt or how to apply. We can use the anomaly deductions and then root causes analysis of production disturbances, and then production performance predictions, adaptive production planning control in systems. They are correlated. So next thing is my teammates introducing on.
Good afternoon, present here. And these are some applications are comes under the previous 4 categories: product, system, process, and for example, consider these are of stock market trading. So for the stock market trading, we need to analyze our previous data and we need to define a predict model. These are some application of stock market trading or automatic language translation. For example, we consider Google Translate. The best example for this automatic language translation. So for the previous, consider this fault detection. For example, consider one auto spare part company. If we want to find the fault in the particular spare part, we need not any human power to recognize the particular fault. We can use our ML or DL model to analyze the spare part by using a deep learning model for this image processing. So these are some case studies which related to these sort of 4 category of ML. And after this, for solving those business problem, we need to adapt our machine learning roadmap. That is machine learning pipeline to accommodate the problem solution. The first process is we have to pre-process the entire data. The data pre-processing is the first step for our machine learning pipeline. For this pre-processing, before the pre-processing, we need to gather our data from heterogeneous source. As our SAT told, there is a lot of variety of data which is derived from streaming or derived from batch processing, maybe unstructured or structured one, right? So we have to gather all the data, that is heterogeneous one, to accommodate a one model. That's why we need data collection and data storage. So in data storage, we can accommodate all type of data in a single data mart. That is in data warehouse, we call this as a data mart. After storing all your data, we need to perform some data pre-processing. Data pre-processing is nothing but the first step in this data pre-processing is data cleaning, right? So data cleaning, after performing some pre-processing task, we have to develop one model. This model in the term, we have to design one formulate, design one template which accommodate all your data. In this machine learning, we call this as a model, right? So after pre-processing your entire data, we need to develop one model which is based on the ML task. After developing your model, you have to train your model, because you have to train your model with the previous data. After performing your model training, you have to evaluate your model based on the upcoming one. So after accomplishing all this model evaluation, finally you can get a proper result for your business problem, right? So in this first data cleaning process, the very important data cleaning process is handling missing values. That is handling noisy data. So noisy data is nothing but whatever the data we have a missed one is called as a noisy data. We have a separate techniques to handle these sort of noisy data. The another one is called as outliers. The outlier is nothing but the data which is entirely different from your default data. That is called as outlier data. So handling outlier data and handling missing one is a very typical task in this data cleansing process. And that is a initial process in the data pre-processing. So next one is data transformation. Okay, data transformation is nothing but you have to convert one format data to another format of data. For example, let me give a simple example of this data transformation is from length and breadth we can generate our area. right? It's a simple transformation, data transformation which can perform in this ML pipelining mode. This is a data transformation. So next one, after performing all your data yeah, we can apply any type of logical one, we can any formula to convert one format to another format. This is a data pre-processing one. After performing a data pre-processing, we need to move on this machine learning models. Right? I already told you model is nothing but we have to generate some template. Right? So in this machine learning, we have basically 3 types of machine learning methods. One is supervised learning or supervised algorithm. Second one is unsupervised one. And third one is semi-supervised one. Right? So in this supervised one, which is supervised from its past data. From this past data, from this training data, you can able to know about the data. We can able to predict the unknown value. This is called as a supervised one. Unsupervised one, there is no previous training data, but we have some measure called the similarity measures. Based on the similarity measures, we can able to know, we can able to predict the unknown one. That is called as a unsupervised one. And third one is semi-supervised, nothing but that is reinforcement learning. Example for the semi-supervised is reinforcement learning. So reinforcement learning is from the past practices, from the through experiences we can able to generate some knowledge. This is called as a reinforcement learning. So these are the 3 basic models in this ML model, machine learning models. Right? Yeah, I already told supervised learning. So in this supervised learning category, we have to develop one model. That is from the past data, that is from the training data, we can able to generate some model. Best example for this supervised learning is regression. Already we know about regression line, y equal to mx plus c. Here x is our known value and y is your unknown value. From your known value x, we can able to predict the unknown value y. Here y equal to mx plus c is the best example for the supervised learning, which comes under regression one, right? From the past, from the labeled, here labeled data is the thing. We can separate our data as based on the groups, based on the classes, based on the label, we can able to categorize the individual data. So based on the past labeled data, we can predict the unknown value. That is called as a supervised one. That is unsupervised is nothing but we can able to find out some similarity. From the different types of objects, we need to find the similarity between the objects or similarity between the data. Then we can able to find some pattern from this data. After knowing that pattern, we can able to predict the unknown value. It is called as a unsupervised learning. Best example for this unsupervised learning is the face recognition. From the large amount of face data set, we can able to predict the, we can able to find the similarity between the objects, and finally we can able to predict the unknown one. This is example for this unsupervised one. So next one is the semi-supervised one. Most of our gamifications or comes under this sort of semi-supervised one, that is reinforcement learning. So in this reinforcement learning, here agent is our software. So from this environment, from this rewards and marks, we can able to know the experiences. From that experiences, we need to give the proper solution for the problem. This is another category of ML model. So these are after applying this ML pipeline to our business problem, we can able to solve our problem through this ML pipeline. So even though we have a lot of ML algorithm and deep learning algorithm, we have a small issue. We have a lot of issues in this. First issue is lack of data. So handling data is very difficult task in this ML. After handling this data type of problem, we can move our ML approaches into our deep learning approaches.
Okay, ma'am.
So deep learning is nothing but we can use our network-based ML algorithm. It is advanced network-based algorithms called as our deep learning. We have a lot of framework for this. That is CNN, RNN. That is an example of this deep learning. So after handling this lot of data type of problem, we can we have another type of problem which is related to we have handling resources. How to handle a large type of data. After handling this data, we have a limited resources to handle the data. So these are all some challenges after handling these sort of ML pipeline and programs. Thank you.
That is a great presentation. Thank you. And you have discussed what is the current thing going on and how to go with the machine learning model and fit the thing into and find predicting the output. Okay. And we will wait for the next guest to come. First paper, is there anybody to present here? Okay. I have seen the first paper also, where it is nearly 45,000 papers were published in the last 2016 to 2023. And the sad thing is only less than 10%, okay, 10%. 45 means approximately 4,000 papers were cited more than 5 times. Papers are there. That means we are searching for a quality work. We couldn't change that to a product. It doesn't contribute more to the society. We will see. Please continue.
Very good afternoon to all. Here I am standing for the welcoming our esteemed guest, Dr. Radha Senthil Kumar ma'am. The thing is, before introducing anyone, we can think that what we are waiting today. We are waiting today for morning onwards, asking and searching that who is the coming with project. And today we have the ma'am with 11 projects. The thing is, ma'am having a lot of paper in articles. Ma'am is associated with MIT campus, in the IT department, Anna University, Chennai. Ma'am having patent, which is real enhanced learning of human anatomy using virtual reality, and another patent she having as a learning platform for science education using Quick Action. Ma'am earlier attached with Madras Institute of Technology, Manipal Institute of Technology, National Communications, and now we are welcoming the ma'am with 26 articles, 29 conference, and most awaited things, that projects. Ma'am having 11 projects in hand, and we are welcoming for this session.
Very brief introduction is given. We are teachers here, and we teachers have gathered here to have an ideas to be discussed. It's nothing like I'm not going to teach here. We are going to learn here. In practice with you, and myself also is going to learn here. That's it. So why is my domain given to me was Python for data science. They said Python for data science. Why is that Python is getting what is that wanted nowadays, and everybody feel like I want to learn Python. And students of BTech also were forced to have the Python subject as a core paper for every BTech students. Am I right? Why is that? Why is that? That becomes very booming. Can people that's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to learn from you, and we are going to discuss here. It is not going to be a pure class here. It is only a discussion panel where we are going to interact with each other. Why is that Python has become trending, and people, why do they go behind Python? Is it so important? I want the answer from your side.
First of all, it's easy language.
Easy language,
C++,
right.
Easily, for example,
He says it is going to be easy language. I agree with that. Fine. Easy, that's what you adapted to. More library functions, more packages are there. I agree to that. Fine. Then you'll adapt Python. Will gents, when ladies cooks up with ready-made chapati, will you be ready? Or ladies, are they ready to have ready-made roti given to you? No, right? So you'll be happy only when you cook on yourself, right? Even when you cook on yourself, do you go everything preparing on your own nowadays? People are trying to do what? Simplify the task. We ladies, as we come to job, we try to do what? As much as possible, whatever is ready-made available, not even chapati or roti, we will get something which is ready-made available. We'll try to cook up and come prepare and be happy with what we have. Are we not losing the values? How does it has come? Do our children will know how is your thing, what we have used to prepare anything in future? My question is, learning something is good, fine, we are adapting. Industry says copy and paste, that's good. That's what the industry policy say, copying is not wrong. It's because why copying is not wrong? Because children learn from their parents. They copy it and learn. When children grow up, they don't learn everything on their own. They copy from the parents. Copying is okay, fine. But are we not store our values, what has happened in the early? Python is okay, fine. But now in Anna University syllabus, I don't know how many have written into Anna University syllabus. Now again there is going to be a reschedule of what? C program in Python has been, I come across teachers, I don't know. How many teachers know that C is again brought into the syllabus and Python is not compulsorily made in the first set? Am I correct? So what I am trying to say, learn Python is okay. Learn what is ready-made available is okay. But why do you want to run behind? I'm going to talk. We are going to work on it. We are going to live with that life. I agree to that. We have to live, know that way. We want to go ahead with what is available. But what are the positive and negative? I just want pros and cons I want to discuss. My main aim here is Python for data science. So they have a pattimandram. They say why Python? You want a Python, and people say no Python. So I'm going to compromise with both the things here. So what is the pros of Python? What is the cons of Python? Can people say that? Can you people say that?
Especially machine learning and deep learning, a lot of building packages are in Python. It is very complex to develop in C or some other language.
Right.
So that I prefer
You prefer Python. I'm having one more person supporting Python. I want some other answer.
Python is not suitable.
Data. Like for example, if I am working on a string, I want to replace the first letter with the last letter, or I want to sort it out. I need to write 10 lines of code in C. Whereas one single line in Python will do.
Single line helps me everything. Ready-made available things. Right, fine. Many are strongly supporting Python. Right?
Python is not suitable for beginners in programming.
Beginners in programming, Python is not
Not
suitable.
suitable.
Right? Why? I just want the answer. Why?
It will not let the programmer to learn the basic logic.
What do you mean by basic logic?
If we are supposed to calculate Fibonacci series, iterative multiplication has to be done. When it comes to Python, Python will supply you the library file straight away without even revealing how the...
That's what I said, without revealing what is really happening at the background. And children will never know how did chapati came around. In future they will ask, what is chapati? How did you make chapati? They will not know the ingredient at all in future. So they don't know how to work out. They neither know what is compilation. They will neither know what is that.
Actually, even library files also use of calculations. Even that hash include where we got, how we use it in the program, and nothing is known in the learning.
Yeah, fine, you adapt fine, you make use of it available fine.
Where it compiles.
But when research is, because I attended many research interview, like people when they come for a research, I have attended many interviews. In that people say, I have done a project in a machine learning. I have done a project in a deep learning. What is that? As a teacher, I just want an answer from teachers, that's it. I can provide you everything available, I can show you everything, fine, that's different, we can learn. What is the funda behind that? What do you mean by doing a project in machine learning or deep learning?
Take a data set, apply a model on it, visualize it in the graph.
Is it going to be a PhD work? Now, how many PhDs are there, completed PhDs? I just want to look at the doctorate first. I can ask questions of the doctorate before doing this. How many people have completed
You don't
doctorate?
open a mouth now.
You will not open the mouth. No, okay, fine. So, is it a PhD work? Do you agree? done machine learning. Student, everybody is trending now. People say trending, right?
Only
When I
they
go
do
to
that.
EPAD interview, same thing. When I go anywhere to any university, I go and ask interview, they say same thing. I've done a project in deep learning. I've done a project in a machine learning.
Not only PG also, UG also.
Everybody comes. And why do we teacher also do the same?
Even in schools.
Very good material. CBSE syllabus, I remember 10th standard, one of my colleagues' daughter is doing a 10th standard. They gave me a content, very nice, all Python coding, not even Python, or artificial intelligence, which some we teacher doesn't know now. They have been taught earlier in the 10th standard. CBSE syllabus, that's what I saw, AI book, that's what I came across. So what are the other? He said the fundamental is missing. Can anybody support that? Fundamental, as you said, where did it come from is totally missing. Fine, right. What else you want to say? Why is that so hot? It has become so hot now. Because already people will now in the sleeping mode. So I thought I'll interact again, I'll get back your answers before I go further.
What is wrong in that?
Huh?
There is no need of know the
Okay,
fundamentals.
no need of. Will you agree making the same content using the available libraries? Is it okay? We will never. You cannot contribute anything. If everything you are doing, build up everything from the scratch. If you don't work from the scratch, you build up all the available and club it up and come up with the product. It's not a new product. You are not trying to give a new solution, right? Available is okay. What would be a can you say what is a contribution in deep learning project? If I say I'm contributing a deep learning project, what will you be able to say? Tell me. Huh? Same algorithms. What would be your contributions? I hope teachers should have thought an algorithmic paper, right? Everyone should have thought at least in a once in a career algorithmic paper. What is that algorithmic paper, teachers? Since it's not a student interaction, as a teacher interaction, I thought I'll come to your level and interact with you. That's it.
That is the conventional teaching method.
What is the need of algorithmic? They say something called NPR.
Problem solving.
Problem solving. Why do they look for simple sorting algorithms? They order of n, order of n square, and O log n log n, and they say log n, and all. They speak all this terminology. What is this? Something they contribute the same input and get the same output in a better, efficient manner. That's what they're trying to do. Are you doing anything on your own, like including me? I'm talking everything including me, not excluding me. Try to understand. Are we doing anything novel to the contributions? No. And okay, one side this is okay. Python learning, we are going to use it. No other way, industry adapted. Industry always say that take what is available and make it a product. Right? Fine. I agree. Leave that particular part. Why is this data science has been, people all got attracted towards data science? Can people answer? What is this data science? Where is this term called big data? Where is this term called, what is that? Deep learning came into picture. What is the trending here? Where does, I don't remember in the year of 2000 we had something called, what is that? Even Google was not available. Am I correct? When did Google came? After 2000? Something 6 after 7 it came, right? When did your big data terms coined up? Can people say that?
Social media came.
Social media. Why social media? Why people are getting into a social media? What do we want to do with the social media? It's only an interaction. Try to understand. I've given all the material to your coordinator, madam, already. You can even teach her. If I'm going to teach all the programming syntax, you'll get bored. At least I'll interact with my experience and get your experience to consolidate this particular session. Why is that big data? Why people got attracted towards the big data? Can people say that?
Because lot of data is generated.
Lot of data is generated. Fine. So what you can do with that particular data? How to handle the data, right? Then?
It may be useful,
Hmm?
it may be useful data or it may be
Unuseful. You're saying something, lot of data is available. And you want to come up with what?
Inferences.
Inferences. Why do you want to do inference or study something from normally we learn from our experience, right? We our own life is itself a big, now our life of computer science staffs are pathetic. Do you agree that? Exactly pathetic. Why do I say pathetic here? How many have learned basic Pascal, Fortran and all? I have learned that. I have learned basic Pascal, Fortran in my college days. C programs, right? I know only Unix system. I neither know Windows also. COBOL also. That is what I teach. Why I am saying pathetic? Not now. Even the forthcoming next year what will be there? We keep learning. We keep learning. Am I right? Can you satisfy and say I've learned everything? We are not getting a satisfaction. Because what next will come? What Python was not there in earlier. All of a sudden you got a jump of Python. Everybody, maybe 2-3 years before Python came into the picture and its curriculum syllabus they are forced this, and we keep learning. So computer teacher should always be alert. Always try to keep learning. Whatever may not even be threaten the other also. Can you agree with that? Other domain, why? Can you say that? How? How are we threatening the other domains, people?
Because the admissions are coming only to
No, in the sense mechanical. That admission part is different. Mechanical also is been asked to update. They were happy that their technical stuff is enough earlier. But now they're saying they want to update themselves because everything is going to be automation. And machine is going to be replaced. And they also get mechanical also need to. So we are in a problem and we also create problem to others. That's what I'm But as a problem creator, what I'm trying to conclude here, fine we are a problem creator, but we should keep updating to the society. And one common error I found in our teachers' life career, we don't update ourselves. Very plainly I'd say. How many are doing a coding after their research or before research? Coding is very, very minimized. I don't think people sit and code for it. Correct? They want, as per your industry requirement or not an industry, your institute requirement, you go for a publications, you have to produce publications, you want to get a projects, that's what, some target is kept. So we don't keep learning. But why I am saying all this threatening is because as a teacher of computer science, we need to update each and every day. And because I don't know, because suddenly people say Jupyter Notebook is enough. Later people said, you make use of a Colab. I don't know how many teachers know about it. You make use of what? Kaggle to work on it. Am I right? So you're coming with lot of updations. And now came very easier platform and every teacher know about it. ChatGPT. Which gives you, but you should also be intellectual enough to make use of what? ChatGPT. You cannot take what is a given by it. You should be prepared how to make use of that. So many facilities coming to your life, but you should get prepared to that. Now, what is that big data? We started with big data. What is the trending of the big data? We want to infer something or get some knowledge out of it. Why do you want to have knowledge out of it? You want to, what do you want to predict? Prediction, right? Right. Now I'm giving you a problem. You are in a class and you want to find who are going to be a good student and who is going to be an average student, who is going to be the low profile. Low profile is not able to score well. How do you do that?
Based on the assessments.
Based on the academic performance. Entrance to your department is going to be, your class going to be is performance in a class. How will a teacher will evaluate the performance of the student?
By checking in all assessment marks.
Assessment marks with what is hardly available. Then what is this? Presentation. How do they present? You have a mark weightage, something called flipped classroom, where you allow them to do a presentation. Am I right? You have to apply that. I don't know how many apply. You have something in the syllabus, suggested activities and all. So you make use of all these parameters. You give certain grade to each and every parameter and you consolidate saying this is what the mark, right? And future some student comes in, I'm just talking in general, what you can do with the ample of data. What I'm trying to say, I'll consolidate my overall PPT. I want to go to PPT but not now. My plan of schedule is Python for data science. So I'm going to talk what are the computing environment used in the for the data science. People can say, what are the computing environment? Where you can do computations in a Python, using Python, NumPy, I'm going to talk about it a little, Pandas, and then I'm going to talk about Seaborn is there, fine. Seaborn is graphical presentations, and then come Matplot is again a graphical presentations, then Scikit-learn, something is available, and Stax model is something available. We are going to talk about all these notions as a 3 different categories, grouped into one is computing, one is visualization, one is model derivations. This is going to be overall 3, but I don't want to bore with a lot of lectures. I don't want to bore with all the syntax to be followed. When I say an array is going to be declared, an array is going to be used like that, I don't want to bore that. It will be provided, but I'll run through all my PPTs to you. Now, when I said you are going to predict the student's performance based on all the parameters. All the parameters based on whatever you selected, fine. Why do you want to do a prediction? Why do you want to do that? In a class. But class, we are not going to make a business out of the class, right? Let me leave the class. Let me look at the purchase pattern of the particular candidate. I can make a business of that, right? So people, since a hamper of data is available, and they want to do something with respect to data. Why they want to do something with respect to data? So that a future data when it comes in, again they can apply the same thing to the future data also. And they cannot do on their own. Manually they cannot do on their own. That is the main constraints. In a family, if head of the family will know what is the likings of each and every individual. Do you agree with that? They should know it. Now I don't know whether they know or don't, I don't know. Now I don't know because all are busy with it. So from head to bottom, all are busy with the cell phone. Once upon a time we gave the cell phone, please learn from it. Now we are not able to get back the cell phone from the child. It was come, right? Corona period, what did we do? Please refer it, learn it, attend the class. So that becomes, so from the, we cannot predict. But normally, the normal situation, the head of the person will be able to predict what is the likings of each and every one. And future, where they can get for, they can, if they want to impress that particular person, they will get it and try to impress the particular person. In a family, I'm talking about in a family. If somebody in a top want to make a business out of the entire data, then he should be able to do what? There's something which is very common and every teachers know that when they browse a net, Google, what they are trying to get. If they book a ticket or if they're going to what? Buy a product and they leave the product and come back, they will again come and get an advertisement in wherever you put it. Am I right? Yeah. Why is that happening? Somebody is going to do what? Cookies, from the cookies, they're taking all your informations and they have all the information stored, so they're trying to take it. How it is happening? What I'm trying to finally say, everybody is chasing the big data to get an output is nothing but a revenue. That's all. Very good. Very revenue. Out of that, they want everybody revenue. Without revenue, nobody is happy, right? Everybody is behind the revenue. So how can we handle the huge amount of data so that become a business? And that people say big data, and they say big data modeling, data, different terms have come. And out of which nothing but what? Get me something ready-made available, so that what? We will able to generate something called a model, so that the model will be able to get my future data as well as able to get me the answer properly. So getting in a model is the attention of, it's not that easy to get in a model in a streaming data. But we were working, as I said to you, we were working only with a limited set of data. We had only a limited set of data. And we were able to process using simple database, right? Even all bank was having only simple Oracle database. When I did my project, I did an Oracle in Bell. And that was very happy and everyone was using the cloud computing, no distributed computing at that time. We had individually what? Oracle database, but people know, relational database. As the data keep growing, then automatically people are not sufficient enough you holding the data with respect to the relation database. All people going behind, even they don't want a consistent data. They are talking about something called what? My data will be inconsistent. What do you mean inconsistent? I cannot say this row will have 3 values. This row have what? Different values. And this row will have, one will have 2, one will have 3, one will have different types. So people said, I want to handle this particular situation. How can we handle? Then they went for what? No SQL. So people jumped into no SQL. So based on a problem, people find a solution to handle that particular problem. That's what. We as a human automatically, if we have a problem, what we'll do? How to? We will come across a solution to solve that particular problem. So they gave rise to NoSQL statement to store and retrieval of a data. And big data came in terms of to generate a revenue. They generated something called what? Hadoop. Spark, where they are going to compute it. Query is NoSQL. Computing is going to be what? Compute பண்றது Hadoop Spark, அது parallel computing எதால முடியும். That's what people went with a computing environment. And people said, fine, but I cannot code everything on my own. Once upon, when we did a project, we have to go and sit what? In a math, what is that? We have, what is that? Mathematics we say? No, we did, how did you people do a project, research work? For plotting and all. MATLAB, right? Now people are they happy with the MATLAB? Do the MATLABs, how many did in the MATLAB? I think majority, I don't know. The older set people should have done in MATLAB. At that time, no machine learning was there, nothing deep learning was available there. So, people when they did a MATLAB, there is no such what? Built-in library available. So, people have to do from the scratch. We don't have any linear regressions or we don't have any, what is that? Logistical regressions. People write. We have something called linear regression. We have to write the formulas to get across that particular solutions. So that is not feasible in a MATLAB. Now what happened? Linear regression call, logistic regression call. And people said that matplot. They're saying that matplot is difficult. That itself is easy. They're saying what? Matplot. You go to what? Seaborn. Where you write one code, it will do everything. So how it is arrived, it's not known. At least we should learn, as an engineer now, we should at least learn how this technology can be applied for our data. So everything is trying to come across with a model. And they talk about popularly two ways. They talk about something of classification and regression. Can people say what is that? A teacher should be able to answer me. Classification and regression. Whenever you want to come across model, they look for something. They want a model. I said data is available. They want a model to generate a revenue. That's what happened. So something called they're trying to, you yourself can propose any new ideas. How to fetch what? Data, significant data from the huge amount of data. Anybody can come up with the idea going to make a business. So, but people, what happened in the streaming data, it is very difficult to handle the scenario. That is the main theme here. So what is the main thing? You have people start proposing their own idea. Why can't I do a classification? Why can't I do a clustering? Why can't I do a regression method? Why can't I use a statistic method? Why can't I use a probability method? So nobody comes and says that data science is, this is what data science is, this is what your machine learning. Nobody comes across. Why suddenly trending of machine learning to deep learning method? Can anybody suggest that?
Volume of data.
Volume of data is the only thing. Everything is a mission, right? It has been derived by the user. We developed that model. We developed that particular system. Is it a volume is the only thing?
For accuracy. Accuracy.
I want a clear idea about machine learning and deep learning.
Image, audio, video.
For emerging business problem.
Multimodal, fine.
For emerging business problem, we need some ML and
Why? ML, right? I'm asking distinction between ML and DL.
Unstructured data. For unstructured.
Unstructured data.
ML human data, no? DL is image based.
கிடையாது அப்படி கிடையாது. சரி இப்போ நீங்க ஸ்டாஃப்ஸ் எத்தனை பேர் இங்க இருக்கோங்க நம்ம. I just want you to group and find out which college do you belong to. Understand? I just want to find which college you belong to. Can I do that using some parameters? சொல்றது புரியுதுல நீங்க எந்தெந்த you come across from the different colleges. I just want to group it and find which college you belong. How can I do that? What are the attributes can I have? ஒரு simple example. சின்ன இது actually இது ஒரு எப்படி சொல்றது?
Checking ID card you can.
ID card ஒரு ID cardலாம் இல்ல.
You can ask a raise the hand, ma'am.
அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. I am talking as a machine learning. I want to execute a machine learning.
Location or place from which they.
I don't know the college.
location.
Location. Can I have the location of the particular place where they work on? Generally சொல்றேன் ஒரு feature parameter சொல்றேன்.
Pin code.
Pin code location. Geolocation வந்துரும்ல. அந்த location parameterல வந்துரும். வேற என்ன எடுத்துக்கலாம்? Location fine. வேற என்ன எடுத்துக்கலாம் சொல்லுங்க. Mail IDs. Correct. Mail ID எடுக்கலாம். Mail ID ல college attach ஆயிரும்ல. Mail ID college எடுத்துக்கலாம். அப்புறம்
College code.
code, college code, admission code இதெல்லாம் இருக்கலாம். ரைட்டா? இது மூணுல எது ஒன்று இருந்தாலும் லொகேஷன் கஷ்டம், லொகேஷன் மட்டும் இருந்தால் கஷ்டம். That's what I'm trying to say. So what I can get the information, geolocation is okay. Where you work for a long time, I can have it. I can have it using your college codes directly. What I'm trying to say, whether your saree color or your dress color matter. That's what Prida. What you're wearing, your features matter. When I'm trying to say, this is what my data. We all are a data. Now I want to find which belongs to, can be collected with the significant features. I'm talking with respect to significant features. These are the features. What I'm trying to say, when there is going to be a huge data set, when you want to simplify the processing, get only the significant features. Don't get all the features that you learn in terms of your, theoretically we learn with each student, right? So this is one of the, what is the significant feature? What is the most prominent that is going to detect your output? So you can have something, they say what? How do you train your children? Children every train பண்ணுவீங்க children. This is cell phone. This is, அப்படிதான் சொல்வீங்க. This writes. இப்படி pen, A for apple. You train the children, right? You keep training your children, but future when you give that same shape, the children is able to answer. That is what we are trying to do with that machine learning, deep learning approach. Why people jumped with the deep learning? Neither and when did the machine learning came into picture? Can you just say that? எந்த இயர்ல வந்தது ஒரு மாதிரி? நீங்களும் படிக்கும்போது வரல மிஷின் லேர்னிங் ஒரு கான்செப்ட் பிக் டேட்டா போட்டோம் மிஷின் லேர்னிங் உங்களுக்கு அதுலயும் ஒரு கான்செப்ட் எம்இ படிச்சிருக்காங்கதா? டேட்டா மைனிங் ரொம்ப நான் படிச்ச காலத்துல இருந்து இருக்கு. டேட்டா மைனிங் I finished in 93 actually saying B முடிச்சது 93. So 93 ல எல்லாம் இருக்கு. I remember that. Data mining அப்பையில இருந்து இருக்கு. ஆனா இது what is this? AI, artificial intelligence, அதெல்லாம் இருக்கு. Elaine Rich book was the book. That is the only book I read, I remember. Stuart Russell வந்து அது அப்புறம் நான் படிச்ச காலத்துல Elaine Rich was the only book available. இன்னொரு அந்த book. So that was a book available. But what I'm trying to say, why is this machine learning was not even 2013 you have heard about machine learning. After 2013 you got across. What made machine learning so popular? Data agree பண்றோம். Big data னு ஒரு லிஸ்ட் கொண்டு வந்தோம். Yes. நீங்க ஒரு மெயில் யூஸ் பண்றீங்க Gmail. Everyone is using a Gmail. Your data is available in one single machine. 25 minutes parallel in RAID architecture, where it is being distributed so that wherever easily, then only you will be satisfied and making use of a Google. How many left Google? You are a teacher or student there? Last two. Student. You are student or teacher? Student. Are you using Google or are you using ChatGPT?
ChatGPT.
Understood. I was waiting for a long time. Who is going to beat up the Google? Because something what Google is trying to do, it is taking all your informations and I never thought somebody is going to, never even dreamt somebody is going to replace it. Everybody got into a Google and Google got trending. Automatically what? They started collecting all our informations. Every month you'll get an output, right? Saying these are the places you have visited, these are the locations. All it gives is, it is captured all our informations. You say SRM Madapalli, you have visited this date and you were there for this long time here. Everything, you went to that particular hotels, you went to that day, everything, it will keep memories of photos. So now what happened, ChatGPT has beaten it and people, I think more than 50% who are knowledgeable have left to ChatGPT. That's what, there is going to be something newer in the career. That's what. Now how does the machine learning came into practice? Why is machine learning came into practice? Because what is distinguished between machine learning and deep learning? I want the main two part. Teachers should know that.
Extraction of features you
Student, can you answer? It is an exercise of punishment, they will run away now. Can you answer the difference between deep learning and machine learning? What happened? Okay, fine. It handled lesser amount of data, machine learning. It is handling more amount of data, I agree. That's what deep learning. Deep learning, name itself, deep learning. It learns deeper, I agree to that. What is the other thing more popular?
Layers are more network.
Hidden layers are there.
And error correction is
corrections is
better.
there. Yeah.
Propagation
Normally what they
is
say, it will not be able to do feature reductions. Your machine learning is not pertaining to a feature reduction. You select a significant, you pre-process your data then submit to your machine learning, it will be correct. Pre-process. Feature. After doing feature reduction, you submit to machine. Not feature extraction. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's what I'm trying to say. You do all the features, collect only after doing a dimensionality reduction, you have something called what? Dimensionality. We should have come across those algorithms, right? PCA, IC, we have a dimensionality reduction, LDA, lot of algorithms are there. You do a dimensionality. What do you mean by dimensionality reduction? Select the feature that is both relevant feature to the outcome. Only make use of those features and do machine learning work there. You have, as you say, you have a lot of machine learning algorithm available. We have in AI Line-Rich also those algorithms being specified. Okay, fine. But when you come for a deep learning, it does everything on its own. That's what we thought. But you should know how to even feature reduction happens. It does in a machine learning. You have different types of machine learning. Deep learning, right? What is that? You have LSTM, language model can be, or recurrent model, or GRU, all comes under the deep learning method. And CNN, convolution is very, very popular to do what? Image. For image is very, very popular. DN, deep neural network. So this CNN is mainly meant for what? Images. And when you go for language and all, you should go with the LSTM. That's very, very popular. RNN, recurrent neural, and again GRU is there. Gradient recurrent network. GRU is there. And you have lot of things. Everything is ready-made. That's what I'm saying. What are you trying to do? When you have a data, you try to make use of every researchers. How many have completed research? Let me know. Yes, I'm not going to ask question. Don't worry. I'm not. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Because those who are not done research, can I talk about it? That's what. When you have collected enough data, what you are supposed to do with the data? Pre-processing data. What are the different types of pre-processing? Can you say about it? Enna pre-process pannuvom data edutittu. Everybody, I don't think any ipo pandra researchers alla deep learning illadha pandringala nu mattum solla mudiyum. நல்ல வேளை எங்க காலத்துல இல்ல இல்லனா நாங்களும் கெட்டுறோம் உங்களாட்டம். தெரியாது, எதுவுமே தெரியாது. அதுக்கு ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் யூஸ் பண்ணா போதும், அது ப்ரீ ப்ராசஸ் பண்ணிடும். ஃபில்டர்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணி சரி ஓகே. You enjoy. At least you enjoy. We are not able to enjoy it. Fine. So you need to pre-process the data and prepare to learning system. A lot of pre-processing methodology is available. After doing that, remove all, they say what when no values are there, missing values are there, then values are very outliers are available. ரொம்ப டைவர்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. அதை எப்படி கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணி -1 ல இருந்து 1 ல கொண்டு வாங்க. Normalizations. So you have to do all the pre-processing and get a data ready. After getting your data ready, you need to apply what? Feature reduction. This is a normal process. Get your features, collect your data, get the all your data, get your feature reduction, get only the relevant data that is going to be significantly help you to progress it. After doing, go ahead with what? Whether you data is very important. Very, very important when people do. Researchers also can talk in between. When data comes, it should be balanced data. They say, what do you mean by balanced data? Very, very important. Many people make a mistake in it. We talk that data should be balanced, not imbalanced data.
Balanced data means like, for example,
I said you classification, regression, and then I spoke about clustering. I just want to talk about this three. What is classification? What is regressions? What is clustering? Then I will go ahead with this. Can people answer? Researchers can answer. Categorical, continuous variables. எது வந்து கிளாசிஃபிகேஷன்ல வரும்? எதெல்லாம் கிளாசிஃபிகேஷன்? கிளாசிஃபிகேஷன் சொல்லுங்க. கிளாசிஃபை என்னது? You have SVM classifier. என்னது கிளாசிஃபிகேஷன்? லேபிள்ஸ். அப்ப என்ன சூப்பர்வைஸ்ட், அன்சூப்பர்வைஸ்ட் படிப்பீங்க. சூப்பர்வைஸ்ட் என்னது? இன்புட் கொடுப்போம், அவுட்புட் கொடுப்போம். இதுல சூப்பர்வைஸ்ட். இன்னொன்று unsupervised, we don't have any, only it has to automate on its own and a lot of algorithms are available. So when I am going to say balanced data, what do you mean by balanced data?
Like both,
Ah.
for example, negative and positive, it should be almost same.
If there are two classes, row should be
If the
of
classes are 2, output labels are 2,
It should be balanced.
when you teach something, you should balance and teach. You cannot teach more on some values, less on some other value, automatically learn which is fed more, right? That's what happened even in what is fed more in our mind will be leaving stronger impact than what is fed less. So you need to have, whenever researcher do a work, they should look into what? Balanced data. That's very, very important. This data set is available. Your machine learning model is available. And what is that? Your deep learning models are available. All are available. Now get an application available on data. So now I'll get into my PPT. I'm not going to talk about any, what is it, formulations. I'm just running, but I'm not happy with the PPT, but anyhow I'll run through it. நீங்க தான் வச்சிருக்கீங்க உங்க கண்ட்ரோல் பைத்தான் ஃபார் டேட்டா சயின்ஸ் வாங்க இதெல்லாம் நான் பேசினதுதான் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் டேட்டா அப்படி முன்னாடி போயிருந்தோம் ஒரே ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் டேட்டான்னு எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும் வாட் இஸ் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் டேட்டா டேட்டா வேர் ஹவுஸ் தெரியும் வாட் இஸ் வாட் யூ மீன் பை டேட்டா வேர் ஹவுஸ் யாரோ ஒருத்தர்
பிளாக்கா தெரியுது
data warehouse who make use of data warehouse இது தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும் டீச்சர்ஸ்னா decision makers make use of a data warehouse decision maker எப்படி data available இருக்கும்
தெரியணும் நாங்க பிளாக்கா தெரியுது பரவாயில்லையா
raw data கிடையாது
பிரைட்டா
அது டேட்டாபேஸ்ல தான் decision makers for example பெசாரம்ல எந்த காலேஜ்ல சேர்ந்தா I will be able to get a better placement அப்படினா ஒரு ஹையர் மானிட்டர் சிஸ்டம் இருந்தா அதுக்கு அது கன்சாலிடேட் பண்ணிருப்போம் இந்த காலேஜ்ல சேர்ந்தவங்களுக்கு இத்தனை பிளேஸ்மென்ட் இந்த காலேஜ்ல சேர்ந்தா ஒவ்வொரு காலேஜ் அந்த நம்பர் ஆஃப் பிளேஸ்மென்ட் அவைலபிளா இருக்குல்ல அதுதான் டிசிஷன் மேக்கிங் உள்ளது இது யாரும் somebody should work behind and consolidate that information and make it available in a cubicle format star schema snowflake schema அது வந்து நீங்க ஒண்ணுமே பண்ண முடியாது it's only a read only it's only a read only those data are made available at the top other data warehouse so initially people were doing the data warehouse to make a decision then came your traditional business intelligence then report இதெல்லாம் ஏற்படும் இப்போ அதெல்லாம் black and white ஆயிடுச்சு black and white photo ஆட்டோ அதுவும் it's when the black and now came trending is going to be a unstructured data maybe structured environment is going to be Hadoop and then comes your algorithms that is nothing but our machine learning, deep learning comes into a picture. Then it's a discovery. People can discover something. So as an engineer, we are going to fetch a data and we need to get that is what the every aim of each and every researcher come up with a model that's enough for me. Get me a model which is giving an accuracy of what? 90%. Get me a model which is going to get me a 85%. That's what we look for. Now only look for what is that? Data science and okay, fine, next. So this I may not read it, all this is there. You can look into all the diagram what I've given. It is a data driven science as far as raw data from this slide is very huge. I've linked with each and everything with a lot of slides is there, so I'm not going to read anything, just I'm going to run with the slides. And this as I said you earlier, I'm not going to in detail define, but goal is very, very important. When your students, your children study for a 12th standard, what as a parent we do? What as a parent we force the children to do? என்ன பண்ணுவோம் ஐஐடியில் அட்மிஷன் வாங்கணும் இல்லைன்னா எங்க நீட்டுக்கு போகணும் what we do as a parent we'll set a goal for a parent not for the children am I right yes no yes so whatever I'm sharing I have experienced that's what I'm sharing right we'll set a goal and say no you have to achieve this goal you have to achieve this goal we have to achieve goal for us not for our children right we'll force them to do so similarly in this life cycle of data science, we have to set a goal what is going to be the goal for developing it. And then we have to collect, as I said, you collect and manage the data. Then we try to build a model. After building a model, what will do? We cannot do this with the children. We'll build a model and check, evaluate, and then go check again, and then evaluate. That is not possible in a real life. So here what happened, build the model, evaluate the critical model. Then comes your result, then deploy. If it is okay, deploy. Or else you keep on developing a model until you are going to get it. This is what the basic work of That is one perspective of mine, maybe one perspective of other engineering. I don't know what the other person like ChatGPT will come across and give me a solution for a problem. We don't know in the future. Currently, every engineers are looking for a model that is going to automate for the input and give me data. That's it. Right? Okay, go to the next. This I am not reading. And these are the required skills. People know that. Now, programming language, I will remove actually say. No programming language skill is going to be developed. We can remove that. Statistic, programming language, data extractions, and then commanding, changing, exploring and changing accordingly. Machine learning, processing and visualizing. Anything only when visualized, it will be able to easily learn. Instead of saying all stories, you make it visualize and make it picture available, you can learn it very easily. Go next. And this is where our tour starts. We are going to look into tour of each and every thing. As I said, scientific computing libraries. So what are the, in a data science, current scenario, I am talking about today's scenario, I am saying this are, I don't know tomorrow what may happen. As you know, today's, they normally say a quote saying today's big data is not tomorrow's big data. What do you mean by that?
Tomorrow it will increase more.
Today we say this is big, the problem is big. Tomorrow the problem will be much more bigger. So today's big data is not tomorrow's big data. Now I am saying a new quote. Today's deep learning is not tomorrow's deep learning. Maybe some other learning may come. Am I right? We have seen a lot of things, right? Starting from Lisp, Prolog, Basic, Pascal, Fortran, everything we have seen. Now we are into a, when I came to the career, actually let me share. I was asked to do a Visual Basic coding. I was not strong enough because I don't know what is Visual Studio at all. It came into picture only after what? After I completed, and when I was teaching, I got Visual. I scared the subject. I didn't went and teach that subject. Finally, I went and learned Sharp. What is that? C Sharp. I thought and people were happy. I don't know. Still, I don't know that subject, but I thought them and able to get a model. That's what I'm trying to say. So we should keep on learning to upgrade ourselves. So this is said to be a scientific computing libraries. What we are going to make, Pandas is now giving a solution to a framework of your how to you can store your unstructured data, and the NumPy is doing for all what array and matrices. When you write a simple Python code and do a matrix operation, it's very tough. But when you are using a library, what is that? NumPy, it is very easily computed, right? And now comes SciPy. People say I am finding very difficult to do a differential equations and integrations. The SciPy library is noticeable. As I said, you have a lot of library available. Why? What is the wrong in using the library? Am I right? Yes. So we are available with all the library. I will also join in. So we are going to use all this library to come and develop a model out of it. I think all this will be provided to you later. Complete thing will be provided. Just can you go to the desktop itself? I will show what are the files available before I go here. Can you go to my folder and show? I've given you all the data set. A coordinator will supply you. I've given all the data set. All the admin data set, Elephant is one of the data set. Hands-on material, given some exercise over there. And Matplot, lib is, that's all my PowerPoint. And even movie data set I've given working code also. Whatever I worked and experimented, whatever I put up in the slide is also given as in a notebook. All the notebook I downloaded. Okay, I've given a cheat sheet also. So it will help you, all the Python cheat sheet is gathered together. That will help you to have a shortcut to teach to the students. Have a cheat sheet. Go back. Now we are going to look into two visualization libraries. One is going to be a Matplotlib and Seaborn, and algorithm library for scikit-learn and StatsMap. This is what we are going to look into. Three basic things, grouping as three. One is all processing. One is going to be visualizing, another is going to be learning or preparing your own model. Nothing we do, we plug in all the available libraries and come out here, right? Go to the next. Go to trace. Now I think you want to click on NumPy. Click on NumPy. Clickable there. You back go to mouse launcher, click panina NumPy. Yes. Slide show. Actually slide show fine, slide show. It's a fundamental package for high performance computing and data. It's a very popular package that has been used in the Python platform. We are teaching you, we are learning what is Python for data science. Now available, என்னெல்லாம் Pythonல நம்ம data science-க்கு work பண்ணலாம். That's what we want to do. Fundamental package, and then what are the features available? இதெல்லாம் features, fast computations. Normal Pythonல பண்ண கஷ்டமா இருக்கும், fast computations. Main ஆ இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா, why do we need NumPy? We need NumPy. Now Python does numerical computation very slowly. That is 1000 into 1000 matrix multiplication. Python வந்து greater than 10 minutes எடுக்கும். அதே இந்த NumPy எவ்வளவு எடுக்கும்னு பாருங்க. Somebody is giving me an easy solution for computation. I'm happy with it. 0.03 seconds. That's what we will run with NumPy libraries. Very important part. This is the overall cheat sheet. That is the overall part of Python. In Python, you have list. List is nothing but arrange the list. Tuple or tuple, every you pronounce particular pronounce tuple children, tuple children, I don't whatever. Fourth style is long set. This is the dictionary. This is how to represent. This is but I'll go ahead fast. A list of representations, right? Square bracket. Tuple in the classes, every sector dictionary. Main and you list of cheat sheet or idea. Order change பண்ணலாம் duplicate பண்ணலாம் first அடுத்த tuple என்ன பண்ணலாம் order பண்ணலாம் unchangeable பண்ண முடியாது duplicate பண்ணலாம் இந்த set வந்து for when you read a programming language என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க you go and read you want to learn a programming language what do you do as a teacher what we do when we learn any what are the data types what are the keywords what is the syntax of it character set what are the semantics how do you write the code syntax of the code இதெல்லாம் learn பண்ணுவோம் கரெக்ட்டா and when people looping use பண்ணலாமா எப்படி looping use பண்ணலாம் this is all very similarly இது overview நான் கொடுக்கிறேன் just I am not going in depth எப்படி எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படி அப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா set is nothing but unordered addable or add பண்ணலாம் no duplicates available set க்கு duplicates available கிடையாது dictionary-க்கு unordered changeable no duplicates so இதுக்கு தான் examples இதெல்லாம் நீங்க அப்புறம் ரெஃபர் பண்ணிக்கலாம் இதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப பார்க்க வேண்டாம் ரைட்டா you can refer it later next போயிடலாம் அப்படியே because I want to also go through all my slides as the main thing. Okay, now let us look into this particular sample. Chinna sample தான் அதுல ஒரு இந்த sample நம்ம பார்க்கலாம் அது நீங்க table you can look it later. இந்த sample நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா you can look into what a list, tuple, a set, dictionary define பண்ணிருக்கோம் இப்படி தான் define பண்றோம் for example. அது print பண்ணும்போது எப்படி type of L அப்படினா என்ன data type னு print ஆகும் type of L and similarly என்ன பண்றோம்னா இந்த print values print பண்றோம் பாருங்க L of 1 இது எப்படி ஸ்டோர் ஆகும்னா 0 1 2 3 னு ஸ்டோர் ஆகும் it start the index with the 0 அது மட்டும் ஞாபகம் print L of 1 T of 1 set க்கு எப்படி பார்க்கணும் 3 S ல இருக்கு அந்த செட் குள்ள it is there or not அப்படினு பார்க்கணும் it yes na true இல்லனா dictionary we print either value or a variable to get it so how to list tuple dictionary and a set இது எப்படி we are working on it பாருங்க அடுத்து பேருங்க இன்னொன்னு அப்படியே இருங்க இந்த L double colon minus 1 just reverse அதெல்லாம் syntax ஆ தெரியும் because what happen no we teacher don't work on it how many are working on a Python எவ்வளவு ஒர்க் பண்ணுவோம் சும்மா டீச் பண்றதுக்கு ஒர்க் பண்ணுவோம் ஒர்க்கே பண்றது கிடையாது ஒர்க் பண்ணுவோம் அந்த பில்ட் பண்ணுற விஷயம் வேற வழியில் ரிசர்ச்சஸோட ஒர்க் பண்ணால் ஒர்க் பண்ணுவோம் ப்ராஜெக்ட்னு எடுத்தால் ஒர்க் பண்ணுவோம் அதர்வைஸ் ஐ டோன்ட் திங்க் ரிசர்ச் அண்ட் ஒர்க் ஆன் திஸ் கிளாஸ் இருக்கும் கிளாஸ் வில் கோ அண்ட் Python class ஓகே how do you define another array எப்படி define பண்ணுவோம் எப்படி வந்து we declare as a float அப்படின்னு declare பண்ணுவோம் இதெல்லாம் syntax ஓகே இது ரொம்ப டைப் இருக்கும் இல்லனா அது integer default எடுத்துப்போம் np.float என்னெல்லாம் array type இருக்கு yes
participants from different streams of background are available present here if you find difficulty in understanding please represent
please யாரெல்லாம் other than computer science let me know about it please please I don't want to hurry like that உங்களுக்கு இது you can learn on your own very thank you very much you can learn on your own
this is share the participants list with madam on
suppose if you are
in need of additional support please let us know
இது PPT பார்த்து நீங்க கத்துக்கலாம் இது ஒன்றும் பெரிய புதுசு கிடையாது உங்க டவுட்ஸ் இருக்குது நான் இன்டர் பண்ணுங்க syntax semantics or something everyone can learn okay ma please stop me at any time any point of time please this is just a syntax how do you work on this code அது சொல்லுங்க எப்படி இந்த கோட வர்க் பண்ணி பாப்பீங்க நான் வர்க் பண்ணி போட்ட நோட்புக் தான் சொல்லுங்க பைத்தான் நோட்புக்ல போட்டேன் இப்போ எப்படி how will you work on this கொலாப்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணலாம். யூ ஹேவ் அ ஓப்பன் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் given to கொலாப்ல. கேகல் நான் ஒர்க் பண்ண ஃபுல்லா கேகல்ல ஒர்க் பண்ணேன். இல்ல லோக்கலா நீங்க பைத்தான் அனகொண்டா இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணிட்டு அதுல நீங்க ஜூபிட்டர் நோட்புக் த்ரூவும் ஒர்க் பண்ணி பாக்கலாம். ஒர்க் பண்ண பட் என்ன ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம்னா ஓப்பன் சோர்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்றது நமக்கு ஒரு சேஃப். அது நிறைய சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுவோம். கொலாபோ கேகல் உங்களுக்கு அதிக சப்போர்ட். கொலாபோட கேகல் இஸ் பெட்டர் ப்ரிஃபரபிள். கொலாப் கூட என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா பிரேக் பண்ணுவோம்ல இடையில. கேகல் வந்து நீங்க ஹேண்டில் பண்ணீங்கன்னா you will be very comfortable when you do with the கேகல். So this are the platform where you can work. சும்மா நீங்க போய் பைதான் கூட டைப் பண்ணா போதும் உங்களுக்கு get an output. ஆன்லைன் தான் நான் சொல்றது. இப்போ கேகல் வந்து ஆன்லைன்ல பைதான் அதோட கேகல் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா கேகல் என்ன பண்ணுது எல்லா கொலாப் ஈக்குவலன்ட் கொலாப் அண்ட் கேகல் அது ரெண்டுமே உங்களுக்கு ஈஸியாக ஹெல்ப் பண்ணும். எல்லா கோடும் ஒர்க் பண்ணுறது. நீங்கள் வந்து ஃபைல் அப்லோட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். யூ கேன் டூ அ ஃபீச்சர் எக்ஸ்ட்ராக்ஷன். ஜஸ்ட் சப்போர்ட்டிங். யூ ஸ்டாப் மீ எனிவேர் இஃப் ஐ எம் பிட் அர்ஜென்ட். You stop me. I just I'll run through this all. I'm not going to explain in detail. Something which every teacher can understand. Nothing so special in it, right? Arrays எப்படி நம்ம represent பண்ணலாம்? Go to the next. Creation, array creation. இதெல்லாம் ஒரு terminology. np.1 இது வந்து என்ன சொல்றது? Import numpy np ன்னு போடுவாங்க. இப்போ எப்படி நம்ம stdio.h கொடுத்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் scanf printf னு கோட்ல யூஸ் பண்றோமோ அதே மாதிரி இங்க ஸ்டைல் ஆஃப் பைத்தான் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க? இம்போர்ட் அந்த லைப்ரரி அப்புறம் ஒரு வேரியபிள் இன்ஸ்டன்ஸ் அந்த இன்ஸ்டன்ஸை டாட் பண்ணி இந்த ஒர்க் பண்ணுறது. அவ்வளோ np.1 3,5 அது டேட்டா டைப் ஃப்ளோட் அப்படின்றாங்க. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? நீங்க தான் ஆன்சர் பண்ண போறீங்க. I'm not answering you. Go and answer me. இப்போ என்ன ஆகும்? 3 row 5 column. அவ்வளோ 3 row 5 columnல அது என்னது? We have all are ones சொன்னா எல்லாம் 1 ன்னு அவ்வளவுதான். nothing is சும்மா நீங்க இம்போர்ட் numpy np கொடுத்து np டாட் என்னது ஒன்ஸ் இப்படி கொடுத்தீங்கனாலே உங்க அவுட்புட் பாத்தீங்கன்னா தன்னால ஜெனரேட் ஆகும். ரன்னு ஒரு கீ இருக்கும். ரன்னை பிரஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா அவுட்புட் சரியா? அடுத்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா np zeros அப்பனா என்ன அர்த்தம் சொல்லுங்க? fixed rows இதெல்லாம் ஓகே லேர்ன் பண்றது ஓகே. பட் we should understand what is the problem we are taking in. அந்த ப்ராப்ளம் எப்படி லேர்ன் பண்ணனும்னா actually we normally learn only when we have a problem, right? ப்ராப்ளம்ல தன்னால லேர்ன் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஏன் எதுவே ஒரு any problem comes then only you'll start handling that particular situation, right? Then you'll start using all the code automatically, but you should know what is available. அவ்வளவுதான். இப்போதைக்கு as a teacher or as a researcher we should know what is available at least, so that according to a problem we can make use of those things in our research work or in our are you okay with that, right? So ரொம்ப இத சின்டெக்ஸா ரொம்ப பாதர் பண்ணாதீங்க. இது ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்லாம் கிடையாது. உங்களுக்கு இருக்கவே இருக்கு என்ன இருக்கு? ChatGPT ன்னு ஒன்று இருக்கு. இனிமே நீங்க கூகுள்ல போய் ட்ரை பண்ண வேண்டாம். நீங்க என்ன வேணுமோ ChatGPT ல அந்த கோட் எரர் எடுத்துட்டு யார் ட்ரை பண்ணிருக்கீங்க அதை? அதாவது எரர் எடுத்துட்டு அந்த எரரை பேஸ்ட் பண்ணாலே திருப்பி ரீரைட் பண்ணி உங்களுக்கு கோட் கொடுத்துரும். How many have tried it? அவ்வளவுதான். இருக்கவே இருக்கு உங்களுக்கு. நீங்க கவலைப்பட வேண்டாம். ஓகே
give the solution for the
ஆனா क्वेश्चन கரெக்ட்டா கேட்கணும். நீங்க क्वेश्चन கேட்கலனா அதை ஆன்சர் பண்ணுங்க. ஆனா அது ஸ்டூடண்ட்ஸ் ஸ்மார்ட்டா யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. நம்மளோட ஸ்டூடண்ட்ஸ் are using so smart. More important. What you are asking question should be more important then only the answer. Satisfied or not satisfied அவன் கேட்கும். Not satisfied கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா திருப்பி இன்னொரு ஆன்சர் கொடுக்கும் உங்களுக்கு. அது கூட 3 வாட்டி தான் சொல்றேன். So I have learned a lot. அதனால சொல்றேன். நீங்களும் லேர்ன் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. 3 வாட்டி தான் கொடுக்குமா அவுட்புட் உங்களுக்கு? 3 வாட்டி அதுக்கு மேல கொடுக்காது. ஃபயர் அப் பண்ணிரும். யார் காசு கொடுத்து சேர்த்திருக்கீங்க அதுல? Have you paid? Anyone paid to the GPT chat 4? அது என்ன ஃபெசிலிட்டி இருக்கு? நீ இமேஜ் கொடுத்தாலும் போதும் இல்ல. எது கொடுத்தாலும் அதை நான் ஆக்சுவலி ஒரு டிக்ஷனரி கன்வெர்ட் பண்ண வேண்டியது இருந்தது. ஐ டுக் நான் ஸ்னிப்பெட் இங்கிலீஷ் டு தமிழ்னு வேர்ட் எனக்கு கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணது ஒரு டிக்ஷனரி இமேஜா இருந்தது. ஜஸ்ட் ஐ கேவ் இட் டு தட் இட் கன்வெர்டட் மீ டு பி வெரி ஃபாஸ்ட். ஸோ பேமெண்ட் வந்து நிறைய அதிகமாக இருந்தது. இது ஓகே பேமெண்ட் இன்னும் உங்களுக்கு அதிகம். பேமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க நான் சொல்ல வரல. சம்திங் 2000 for a year ஒரு மந்த்துக்கு டாலர்ஸ்ல வாங்குவோம். ஓகே so it was able to give a image. It's more advanced than so என்ன சொல்றேன்னா teacher it is better easy to learn nowadays. You need not stuck anywhere. ஒரு ப்ராப்ளத்துக்கு நான் சொல்யூஷன் கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். we struggle a lot to get a solution for a particular எங்க நம்ம ஸ்டக் ஆகுறோம். இப்போ என்னன்னா அது யூனிவர்சலாக லேர்ன் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கு. லாங்குவேஜ் லார்ஜ் மாடல். It has learned lot so that when you give a problem, it is able to give a solution rightly. ஓரளவு சொல்லிடுது. நாட் லைக் பர்ஃபெக்ட்னு நம்ம சொல்ல முடியாது, பக்கான்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. தமிழ் டிரான்ஸ்லேஷன் அதெல்லாம் பண்ண முடியும். யூ ஆஸ்க் சம் கோட் கான்சிக்வன்ஸ்லாம் சொல்ல மாட்டேங்குது. I have no information, no knowledge about
Gemini வருது 13th.
அப்படியா? ஓ அது வேறையா? நல்லது, நம்ம அப்டேட்டடா இருக்கணும். அவங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸும் நம்ம
Google
ஆனா வரல. கூகுளோட ஏற்கனவே உள்ளதே ஒர்க் ஆகல சரியா. அது என்னது கூகுள் சரி ஓகே, we will try to learn that before students learn. இல்ல அவ he comes and answers smartly, why don't be smart இல்ல. 134 இப்போ அரேஞ்ச் என்னன்னா இது வந்து it will start from 134 exclude 130. இதெல்லாம் syntax தான். Go to next. Next இப்போ நீங்களே சொல்லுங்க அது என்ன நடக்குது. I'm not going to talk. டக்கு டக்கு நீங்க ஆன்சர் பண்ணிடலாம். நல்லா பாத்துங்க, மெயினா கன்காட்டினேட் நடக்குது. ரோ காலம் வந்து சேமா இருக்கு, ஆனா ரோ வந்து டிஃபரெண்டா இருக்கு. ஆனா என்ன ஆகுது, ஆட் ஆகுது. புரியுதா? ஒன்ஸ் அது ஜீரோஸ். ஒரு ஆட் தெரியும். அது கன்காட்டினேட் இன்னும் கன்காட்டினேட் ப்ரீவியஸ் போங்க. இங்க பாருங்க, இங்க பாருங்க, இது என்ன மெயினா ஆக்சஸ் 1 ன்னு இருக்கு. அப்பனா என்னதுங்க, எப்படி கன்காட்டினேட் ஆயிருக்கு பாருங்க. ரோ சேமா இருக்கு பாருங்க. இது வந்து 4 காலம்ஸ், அது வந்து 4 காலம்ஸ் இருக்குது. அது 4 ones அப்படின்னு என்ன அர்த்தம், காலம் எடுத்துக்குது. இந்த மாதிரி இதெல்லாம் என்னன்னா அவன் சின்டெக்ஸ் சப்போர்ட் பண்றான், அவ்வளவுதான். டோன்ட் கன்ஃபியூஸ் வித் தி we need not by heart all this. Is providing a syntax நம்ம ப்ராப்ளத்துக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி we are trying to use it. 4 ones another. அப்புறம் என்ன சொல்றான், 3 zeros பாருங்க. NP 4 rows 3 columns. So rows same are access. இது don't worry about the confusion. Let's go to the next. இது வந்து டைப் என்ன, what is the type of it? டைப் என்னது, இங்க என்ன பண்ணுது, A NP array, A as type of change the type into what, integer மாத்துது. இதெல்லாம் ஒரு இதுதான். You can refer, just type the code, shut down the system problem. I think they have the lab also, right? Yes. After that, they may work for touch screen. Touch screen. This is random number generation, sir. Okay, ma'am. Between 10 rows, 3 columns. Other random number generation. Between 0 to 1 random number. அது நம்ம கேட்க முடியுதா, நீங்க built-in இல்ல நீங்க built-in யூஸ் பண்றீங்க. அவன் என்ன பண்றான்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியாதுல்ல. இப்ப கேட்டு எல்லாம் சொன்னீங்க Python is very good. Are you able to answer that? நமக்கு தெரியாது எப்படி நடக்குது. That's what I'm trying to say. Built-in நம்ம யூஸ் பண்றோம். ஏன் அது யூஸ் பண்றோம், அவன் பேக்ரவுண்ட்ல நம்பர்ஸ் range of 0 to 1 random. அது நம்ம கொஸ்டின் பண்ண முடியாது. நம்ம பேஸ் லெவல்ல கொஸ்டின் பண்ணணும். That's what I'm like. அவங்களே சொல்லிருங்க, டேய் தம்பி பேக்ரவுண்ட் யாரும் ஃபைன். இங்க என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் பாருங்க, டென்ஸ் அரேஸ் வந்து டேஞ்சர் ஜோன் என்னன்னா ஒரு டைப்பா தான் இருக்கும். அரே when we combine it should be same type, அதெல்லாம் தெரியும். பட் அரே இந்த பைத்தானும் அதான் பண்ணுது. அரே பாண்டாஸ் கம்பைன் பண்ண முடியும் டிஃபரெண்ட் டைப். இது வந்து ஒரு டைப் தான் இருக்கணும். இன்னொன்று வந்து காலம் வந்து காமன், ஏன்னா கம்பைன் நிறைய டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஷேப்பாக இருக்கும். அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு ஷேப் வந்து மேட்ச் ஆகும். டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஷேப் ரோஸ் அட்லீஸ்ட் மேட்ச் ஆகும், இல்லை காலம்ஸ் மேட்ச் ஆகும். டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஷேப் அந்த ஒரு கட்டு, இதெல்லாம் ஃபார்முலேஷன் பின்னாடி இருக்குங்க. இது வந்து ஜென்ரலாக ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் தான். இது வந்து நீங்களே பார்த்து சொல்லுங்க என்ன நடக்குது சொல்லுங்க, நீங்களே பார்த்து சொல்லுங்க. எனக்கு அட்லீஸ்ட் கொஞ்சம் இன்ஃபேக்ட் ஆகும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன நடக்குது, அரே ஒன் டைம்ஸ்லாம் ஆட்ட ரீஷேப் பண்ணுறோம். என்ன போடுறோம், 3 rows 2 columns. அவ்வளோதான் கமெண்ட் ரீஷேப். ஏதோ எடுத்து நம்ம எழுதல, நம்ம சீல எதை எழுதணும்னா என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க, இன்னொரு அரே டிக்ளேர் பண்ணணும். அந்த அரேல ஸ்டோர் பண்ணுவீங்க ஒண்ணுனா. கரெக்ட்டா? இது வந்து ஒரு ரீஷேப் தான். You have to write everything given ready made. அடுத்து என்ன பண்றீங்க, ரீஷேப் 2 - 1 ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா அது காலம் அதே டிசைட் பண்ணிடும். 2 row அது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா காலம் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா டிட்டர்மைன், ரைட்? flatten into 1 னா வேற இதெல்லாம் ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ். இது நீங்க ப்ராப்ளம் வரும்போது you will automatically learn. This is what available with the NumPy Come on, come down. அது வந்து column automatically 2 rows. 2 rows it will be determined. -1 கூட அதே determine. Column automatically determined.
How many columns?
How many இருக்கிற டேட்டாவுக்கு இருக்கிற columns அதே போட்டுருக்கோம். நமக்கு இருக்கிற எவ்வளவு டேட்டா இருக்கோ column அதே determine. அதே determine பண்ணிக்கணும்.
That's not 2 columns.
அரேல போவீங்க. இது பச்சுங்க என்ன நடக்குது? NP arrange 10 அப்படின்னு கொடுத்துருக்கோம். இதெல்லாம் ஒரு லைப்ரரி தான். arrange 10 னா 0 1 2 3 10 நம்பர்ஸ் எல்லாம் அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணிடுவோம். ஷேப் என்ன கொடுத்துருக்கோம்? 5 command 5 rows 2 columns. அப்புறம் A is equal to A dot transpose. அவ்வளவுதான் டிரான்ஸ்போஸ் பண்ணிருக்கு அது பிரிண்ட் பண்ணிடுச்சு. A dot என்னது? A dot transpose 1, 0 அப்படின்னு கொடுக்குறோம். அப்புறம் என்ன ஆகும் பாருங்க. திருப்பி என்ன ஆகுது? திருப்பி அந்த இது it is getting into row. The same thing is being converted. புரியுதா? 0 1 2 3 இப்படி எடுத்துக்குது. 4 5 6 7 8 9. Go next. That's what I'm saying. இது by heart பண்றதுக்கு எதுவுமே கிடையாது. It's something which you will come across when you do a project. உங்களுக்கு தேவை இருக்கும்போது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா யூஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா ஞாபகம். இது சும்மா இப்போ C இப்போ when you learn some C program, do you have the limited features? அது மட்டும் சொல்லுங்களேன். C ப்ரோக்ராம்ல உங்களுக்கு வெர்ஷன் மாத்திட்டே இருந்தாங்களா என்ன? அப்கிரேட் பண்ணுங்க, மேஜர் ரிவிஷன் மைனர் ரிவிஷன்லாம் பண்ணாங்களா? உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் C இவ்வளவுதான், அவ்வளவுதான், அதுக்கு மேல அதுக்கு எதுவும் கிடையாது. யூசிங் தட் they developed an operating system, entire Unix operating system still running with the C program, pure C program, and your compiler is a C program. Most of the compilers C. So adula pay upgradation. Idu vandu Python innike I will show something today. Tomorrow you will come up, no ma'am, you didn't show me at all. No, it has come later, which we don't have. So this is only no revision has undergone. Ipo ulla status I am just revealing you. Come down. Idu logical operator into combine பண்ணி into இதெல்லாம் ஆபரேஷன் சிம்பிள் ஆபரேஷன். என்ன ஒண்ணு நீங்க இதே ஆபரேஷன் மல்டிப்ளிகேஷன் பண்ணனும் என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க? C ல எத்தனை லைன்ஸ் ஆஃப் கோட் எழுதுவீங்க? 2 லூப் போடணும் மேம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இன்புட் வாங்கணும் A க்கு. 2 லூப் போடணும். கரெக்ட்டா? அப்ப டபுள் லூப் போடணும், 3 டைம்ஸ் ட்ரிபிள் லூப் போடணும், இல்ல 4 லூப் போடணும். நமக்கும் புரியாது, கம்ப்யூட்டருக்கும் புரியாது. கம்ப்யூட்டர் will get angry, right? So they are giving you easy solutions. So we will enjoy this. அது இது வந்து into operations. And the other department, other department யாரெல்லாம் சொன்னீங்க? Have you people worked with the C programs?
C we have studied in college time.
And what about the others? இல்ல. இப்போ என்னன்னா ஒரு C program எழுதணும்னா என்ன மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணனும்னா A11 multiply with B11 store it in C11, A12 multiply with B12 store it in C12 னு எழுதணும். That we have to write a looping statement. இங்க என்ன போட்டோம்? Random number, printer random. இங்க பாருங்க. A greater than 0.5 அப்படினா says which all is not greater than 0.5. So what I am trying to say, learn what is available to you and do your you can come up with better research actually. Then ask அப்படிதானே நாங்க பண்ண ரிசர்ச்சோட இவங்க வந்து இப்போ உள்ளவங்க என்ன பண்ணலாம் யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் பெட்டர் பெஸ்ட் அவுட்கம் ஓட பண்ணலாம். ரைட்? அவங்களுக்கு எல்லாமே ரெடிமேட் அவைலபிள். ரைட்? அடுத்து in place modify operations. இது nothing but பாருங்க. நீங்களே சொல்லுங்க என்ன நடக்குதுங்க? நீங்களே சொல்லலாம். அது ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது. ரெண்டு மேட்ரிக்ஸ் இருக்கு. np.array. அதுல வந்து 415 வேல்யூஸ் கொடுத்துருக்கோம். 2015 float type. 515 வேல்யூ கொடுத்து deep float print பண்ணுது ரெண்டையும். then divide பண்ணி print பண்ணலாம். A divide கரெக்ட் தானே? division and storing இதுனா A. இது ஓகே தானே? Just a division of 2 arrays. We are dividing 2 arrays very easily. It's just showing 2 arrays. It may be multi-dimensional array. It will be able to easily solve less than 0.03 seconds. So that's what the NumPy is supporting you to compute any mathematical operation very easily. So this library is required to do what? Any data science project. That's what I mean. NumPy is most prominent library. You can have exponential, you can have square root, using what? NP array, NP square root, returns. Next. Then this is just an idea to attend. 0, 0, na loft, array la ulla top left element. Because array irukka, the array la ulla top left element. X0 minus 1 na first row la last column. Idu vandu 0 na ella entries print பண்ணுங்க. இதெல்லாம் just to understand. Go next. You don't list, you have values of 10 and then dot 3 ல என்ன ஆகும்னா 3 எக்ஸ்க்ளூட் பண்ணிரும். நான் ஏற்கனவே எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒன்று பார்த்தோம். 3 லாஸ்ட் டிஜிட் எக்ஸ்க்ளூட் பண்ணிரும். பாக்கி 0 1 then 3 colon 8 colon 2 னா என்ன 3 ல இருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி 8 எக்ஸ்க்ளூட் பண்ணணும். இன்கிரிமெண்ட் நம்ம 2 போடுவோம்ல இன்கிரிமெண்ட் the for loop ல போடுற மாதிரி 2 இன்கிரிமெண்ட் இங்க. then come what 4 colon 1 minus 1 ல இருந்து பேக்ல வரும். பேக்ல வரும். 1 வந்து எக்ஸ்க்ளூட் பண்ணிரும். this is not a syntax to understand. go to next. இது வந்து sum of entries. இப்படி ஈஸியா பண்ணிரலாம். எல்லா entries a dot sum பண்ணுங்க. அவ a dot sum axis 0 rows மட்டும் sum பண்ணி values ஸ்டோர் பண்ணுங்க. columns மட்டும் sum பண்ணி ஸ்டோர் பண்ணுங்க. column இப்படி ஸ்டோர் பண்ணுங்க. this is what simple array we can make all the operations. can refer later. go next. இது வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியம் என்ன numpy support something called broadcast. இது வந்து very important. Dimension same இருந்தா போதும் other values it will duplicate itself. It will assume itself. For example, you have an array, one array 0 0 10 10 20 13 இருக்கு. இன்னொரு array you are giving 0 1 2 3 கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா plus போட்டா it able to generate and get the output. But இந்த next diagramல பாத்தீங்கன்னா you are just giving only what one dimension ஒரு columns கொடுத்தீங்க ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா அது எல்லாமே என்ன பண்ணிரும் அப்படியே duplicate பண்ணிரும். இது duplicate இது ரிசல்ட் கொடுத்துரும். இங்க எப்படி கொடுத்திருக்கீங்க இந்த இடத்துல இப்படி தான் கொடுத்திருக்கீங்க. அப்ப என்ன ஆகும் நீங்க இங்க எத்தனை columns இருக்கோ இங்க அந்த அளவு என்ன ஆயிரும் rows-உம் develop ஆயிரும். So everything will become same like previous and get this is said to be what broadcasting feature in a Python. Go to the next. இது வந்து பாலினாமியல்ஸும் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. அதாவது பாலினாமியல் ஆபரேஷன் வந்து ஈஸி கிடையாது. நம்ம எப்படி பண்ணுவோம் C ல anybody can say because we will recollect and we have your body. எப்படி பாலினாமியல் பண்ணுவீங்க C ல
4 BCS
எடுப்பீங்க. அது எப்படி பண்ணுவீங்க லிங்க் லிஸ்ட்னு யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். லிங்க் லிஸ்ட் யூஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம டேட்டா ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் வீஸ் புக்ல will teach everyone what is that what is the exponent, what is the value input, we'll store it in a linked list and we will look at the exponential value compare பண்ணி we will do the summation of the numbers and then we link list how many have done data structure we know the difficulty about it. No ஒண்ணுமே கிடையாது. coefficient வாங்குங்க then just polynomial np dot polynomial of coefficient போடுங்க. Then you give a value for that x, it will print and give you the output. So one line of code available for you ready-madely so that you can easily represent any polynomial, easily do addition of a polynomial, subtraction of a polynomial. Right? Go to next. This one, how can you, very important from the research perspective, you can upload your file into a Kaggle or Colab. I've done in a Kaggle. அதாவது எந்த ஃபைல் இருக்குல்ல ஒரு எக்ஸல் ஃபைலில் டேட்டா வச்சுருந்தீங்கன்னா அது எப்படி அப்லோட் பண்ணலாம், ஒரு இமேஜை வச்சிங்கன்னா எப்படி அப்லோட், இங்கே மிஸ்டேக் நிறைய பேர் பண்ணுவாங்க. அப்லோட் பண்ணிடுவாங்க, அந்த பார்ட் செட் பண்ணும்போது ரொம்ப கேர்ஃபுல்லாக செட் பண்ணுவாங்க. இதுகிட்ட போய் ரைட் கிளிக் பண்ணி பார்த்து எடுத்து அந்த பார்த்து செட் பண்ணி தான் யூஸ் பி ஏபிள் எடுத்துவாங்க. அப்போ எக்ஸலில் உள்ள அந்த ஃபைலை ஒன்ஸ் யூ அப்லோட் இன் யூர் Kaggle or Colab, டேக் யுவர் பார்ட் and insert that particular part and try to print it everywhere. அப்போ சேவ் பண்ணி they are able to also print. This is one of the Excel data sheet to be text எப்படி அப்லோட் பண்ணிருக்கோம். நெக்ஸ்ட் போங்க. இப்போ ஒரு இமேஜ் அதே மாதிரி இமேஜ் I uploaded elephant.jpg ன்னு அது எப்படி அவங்க பாருங்க அந்த மெயினா அந்த im read ன்னு இருக்குல அந்த ஃபங்க்ஷன் has to be mentioned. So Kaggle output elephant.jpg shape and type அப்படின்னு பிரிண்ட் பண்ணனும். அதோட ஷேப் நான் அதுல பிரிண்ட் ஆகல. I didn't print it. அது ஜஸ்ட் அங்க எடுத்துர்க்கேன். ஒரு ஷேப் எத்தனை ரோஸ் எத்தனை காலம்ஸ் அப்படினு அது பிரிண்ட் ஆகும். அப்புறம் I am show the image பண்ணிருக்கேன். இத வந்து சேவும் பண்ணிருக்கேன். plot.ping அப்படினு இந்த இமேஜை ஸ்டோர் பண்ணிருக்கேன். ஆனா இமேஜ் சேவ் பண்ணும்போது I also saved the image as a red elephant pink in the CM gray. நல்லா புரிஞ்சுங்க. I've taken an image, upload. I'm just teaching you for research people. How can you upload your data set into your web page in the Kaggle or in a Colab? How can you make use of the data set in your program to get your outputs? And this image has been converted into a grayscale. Go to the next. On the image show பண்ணிருப்பேன் next இதுல I am show plot I am read red elephant which I have saved it in a gray color that has been projected. Go to the next. And here I just used a term which supports your plot I am show is supporting with the interpolation. What is the nearest neighborhood for each and every pixel? So this nearest is going to maintain the original pixel without any smoothing. That is pre-processing. We see an image pre-processing, right? It is not smoothing, but it finds what are the nearest pixel that is going to be nearest to finding the features, clustering. இதெல்லாம் வந்து ஒரு மாதிரி features, this similar features. Next போங்க நீங்க. Next, interpolation bilinear. This and all support currently is provided. So bilinear, where its method takes weighted average of 4 nearest pixel. ஒரு pixel கிடையாது, 4 pixels weighted average எடுத்து store பண்ற image தான் இந்த particular image, which can be used for a later for your classification, your clustering algorithms. This is a pre-processing step. Go to the next. Again, this is bicubic. This considers 16 neighboring pixel to cubic. So what I am saying, your NumPy is a tool used in a Python to do all the processing very efficient, and this is very elaborate. I am just limited myself here. Based on your problems, you can make all are available in the net. Nothing is hidden. You need not go to the library. Do not just in a Google it. You will find all the library, Python library with all the sample code available. That is next. Next panna. Repeat the next panna. Close பண்ணிருக்கோம். நான் அதுக்கே போயிடும் பழசு போயிடும். Actually automatically அது work ஆகணும். இதுல pandas போயிடுங்க. Is it okay? Any queries you have with the NumPy, let me know about it. சொல்லுங்க. pandas போயிடலாமா? அதுதான் நான் கேக்குறேன்.
விஷ்ணுவா சேர்த்துக்கோ. விஷ்ணு வரும், நீ கொஞ்சம் எத்தனை பேர் வரணுமா? 3 பேர் சொன்னாங்க, அவங்க வர சொல்லிட்டாங்க.
இது வேற டேட்டா டைப் போடுறோம், இது வேற டேட்டா டைப் உங்களுக்கு தான் இருக்கணும் கிடையாது pandas. இதெல்லாம் நான் ரீட் அவுட் பண்ணேன். pandas will support data frame list, dictionary, series,
இருப்பா இப்போ பிரைட்னஸ் வரும் பாரு.
NumPy
நாம ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு அப்படியே அவ்வளோதான் டவுட். ஷூர் அது மாதிரி தெரிஞ்சோம்னா டார்க் ஆகிடும்.
அதுதான் what is the value? Apple value na orange na we'll define. This is what the code is. Today we'll do in some other programming language we have write more steps. Simply we'll define that we can store the value. And then this is how we can have an index to that particular value. We can have an index to a parameter. Index already available data. ஏற்கனவே உங்க டேட்டா நம்ம ஆப்பிள் ஆரஞ்சு இருக்கு, அதுல கமா போட்டு so we can have an index to that particular data. We need to define it. Then we have a location. We can find the index is that we can find the location of that particular person. Real dot location of value, and then we can print df of location. Next page. Then next. இதெல்லாம் பாண்டால oriented ஒரு keyword இருக்கு, where we can have a index அப்படின்னு யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். Go next. Then nominally you can have a data defined. Then we can also have a orientation index. Row 1 to row. Index is nothing but row only index. Row 1 of location. Index is going to be row 1. This is just a syntactically try to understand. Don't bother about what is the usage you try to understand. இதுல வந்து ரொம்ப டெக்னிக்கலா பேசுறதுக்கு ஒண்ணும் இல்ல. பண்டைய பத்திமா create table அப்படின ஆரக்கிள்ல பண்ணுவீங்க. Create table, insert values, select பண்ணுவீங்க. அதுதான் you are going to look in a pandas. Go to next. And how to load a data set. இது வந்து கண்டிப்பா தெரியும். எப்படி ஒரு டேட்டா செட்டை நம்ம pandas load பண்ணணும். It is in movie.csv. அப்ப csv should be made available in a local location. அந்த package இருக்கும். இல்ல path வேற இருந்தா you should copy the path and paste the path here. The movie.csv something is commonly available with us. அதனால it allows you to load it. If not, you upload in the your project and then you try to make it. Go to the next. How can you look into the content? This is movie df.header. Movie df tail. To tail on bottom method. Header top வந்து 10 values na 10 rows are coming. Go to the next. Info. What is the information? Movie df.info. அப்படினா the information அதோட structure. What are the attributes? What are the data type of the attributes? அப்படினா you can look a general description அதெல்லாம் movie data set. Shape ரொம்ப முக்கியம். If you look into shape, it says your dimension. What do you mean by dimension? 1000 rows, 11 columns. அப்படி discuss. Go to next. And then it is nothing but what? Append. அது ஏற்கனவே உள்ள மூவில அப்பண்ட் இன்னொரு தடவை ஆட் பண்ணுங்க. அப்புறம் திருப்பி பார்த்தா ட்ராப் அப்படின்னு ட்ராப் த டூப்ளிகேட்ஸ். புரியுதா? மூவிஸ் டேட்டா செட் இருக்கு, அந்த மூவி டேட்டா செட்டை கம்பைன் பண்றோம், அப்புறம் we applying a drop அப்படின்னு. அப்ப இன்னொரு பாண்டால ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் என்ன இருக்குன்னா, they have an intermediate variable and then they appended. அப்புறம் இந்த intermediate variable இல்லாத கூட நம்ம ஒரிஜினல் டேபிள்லயே பண்ணலாம். That is what in place is equal to. அதாவது மூவி எனக்கு அதாவது temp df drop duplicates போடுறோம். temp df ல கம்பைனர் அப்பெண்ட் ஆன டேட்டா இருந்ததுன்னா அது போன ஸ்லைட்ல என்ன பண்ணிருப்போம்னா எவ்வளவு டெம்பரரி வேரியபிள் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி ரெண்டு ஈக்குவேட் பண்ணிருப்போம். இது அதிலே செல்ஃபா இன்ப்ளேஸ் பண்ணியும் நம்ம டிராப் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு ஃபங்க்ஷன் மெத்தட்ஸ். கம் டு தி நெக்ஸ்ட். இப்போ டிஸ்கிரைப் அத பத்தி கண்டென்ட் டிஸ்கிரைப் வாட் இஸ் கவுண்ட் இதெல்லாம் வந்து it is not easy to find the complete data set. You can simply describe. It is going to give a description of your complete என்னது கவுண்ட் என்ன, total number of count என்ன இருக்கு ரேங்க்ல, what is the mean of it, what is the standard deviation. It computes that particular count, computes and give you the result. And then describe what does it do. We are movie df general na ஒரு attribute, அந்த attribute பத்தி describe பண்ணும்.
How many counts?
Count எவ்வளோ என்ன டைப் describe. இதெல்லாம் வந்து the count does it at the background. We need not worry, just invoke that particular count and make use of it. Next. இது வந்து சிம்பிள் டேட்டா ஃப்ரேம் ஆஃப் டேட்டா அரேஞ்ச் பண்றது, அரேஞ்ச்மெண்ட் இப்படி கூட அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணலாம். நேம் ஏபி ஏஜ் இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த பாக்ஸ் நீங்க ஆக்சுவலி ஈக்குவேட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். கத்துக்கிட்டு போனோம்ல லெஃப்ட் ஹேண்ட் சைடு ரைட் ஹேண்ட் சைடு பாத்தீங்கன்னா நேம்னு ஒரு ஆட்ரிபியூட் காலம் இது நெக்ஸ்ட் காலம். அதே மாதிரி இங்கேயும் பாருங்க A1 இது என்னது not a number value. இப்போ இது என்னன்னா நீங்க நம்ம ரிலேஷன் டேட்டாபேஸ் படிக்கும்போது we saw that it should be unique number of columns இருக்கணும், unique number of rows. இங்க பாருங்க you had a value A1 B2 C ல வேல்யூ கொடுக்கலாம். நெக்ஸ்ட் டேட்டா செட் எப்படி கொடுத்தீங்க A5 B10 C allowed no value. It supports your Panda allows you to have a table even without any attributes and values. Other you should make it clear. Similarly they run it here. Go to the next. இது நிறைய எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் இருக்கும். I am not bothered more about this example. Go next. இது நீங்க பார்க்கணும்னா ஒண்ணும் இல்ல, அதே தான் AB A5 10 then index table first and second index எடுத்துக்கலாம். You can retrieve that particular column now. Go next. இதெல்லாம் பேர்லாம் நான் ஸ்கிப் பண்ணிருக்கேன். Okay, come on. Pandas is only to arrange your values. Where the next page? ஒரு இந்த இடத்துல நீங்க கொஞ்சம் பாருங்க. I want you to think. இது என்ன புரியுதுன்னு சொல்லுங்க.
சார் 0 வந்து ரீஇண்டெக்ஸிங்.
அதாவது இந்த டேட்டா வந்து அதாவது df1 மறந்துட்டேன் 23 முன்னாடி df1 reindex like df2. இது மட்டும் people try to understand the note. எப்படி ஆகுதுன்னு பாருங்க. அதாவது அந்த 23 முன்னாடி df1 ன்னு ஒன்னு இருக்கு. டாட் reindex df2. So what will happen now? Outcome இது இருக்கு உங்களுக்கு கண்ணுக்கு நேரா. அப்ப என்ன ஆயிடும்?
A1
அது A1
அது A1 A3 F4 A7
அது மட்டும் தான் இருக்கு. அதாவது
அப்பெல்லாம் அதே
reindex like df2. அப்ப இந்த table df1 has been reindexed like df2. அப்ப df2 ல என்ன இருக்கு? You have what is that available? A1 A3 A4 A7 A8. But அங்க what do you have in the df1? We have A1 இருக்கு A2 இல்ல. அல்ல புரியுதா? இந்த A1 row அப்படியே இங்க இருக்கும். A2 ல delete. A3 row இருக்குல. A3 என்ன இருக்கும்? 3 4 7 6 அப்படியே இங்க வரும் பாருங்க. A3 A4 rows வரும். இதுல வந்து it will present a what? A7 and A8. So remember this are all the logic. It comes by using and doing your own project. It's only a simple data type. How you can create a table? How can you have a value? How can you index your table? But you need not have values for all the tables. It is not must. You should provide a values for all the tables. It can come in the different data type. It need not be. When we saw on NumPy, what did we saw? It should have a same data type. It doesn't bother about the data type. You can have a different data type. How can you index that? How can you retrieve that? How can you store that? That's Pandas. Pandas is nothing but storing and retrieving your data. Are you okay with that? Next. Concatenating the object. Okay, this is loading pair. Loading pair. Combine loading pair. Next pair. How can you load? Similarly, anga paatha mari inge Pandas you have to write like this. CSV read CSV data set CSV print it. or you can read pd dot read CSV. இந்த PD னா என்ன actually? What is PD? Import pandas PD. அந்த PD தான் நம்ம இந்த functions ஓட யூஸ் பண்றோம். நம்ம pandas import பண்ணி pandaவோட instance வந்து PD. So PD dot data PD dot. So this is how we can do it. Next. அது நிறைய ஸ்லைட் அதே தான் டேட்டா செட் எப்படி ரீட் பண்றது ரெண்டு ரீட் பண்ணும் பாண்டாவை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் you have CSV file you can have JSON file. CSV file how can you read? JSON file எப்படி ரீட் பண்ணலாம் எப்படி என்னது CSV ய வந்து convert to JSON JSON எப்படி CSV ய convert பண்ணலாம். That is what is technical file. புரியுதா? So nothing logic happen here.
JSON file may not be familiar to the other department.
அது ஒரு ஃபைல் தானே டேட்டா டெக்ஸ்ட் ஃபைலோட ஸ்டோர் பண்றோம் JSON என்னது ஜாவா ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ஃபைல் அது சும்மா ஸ்டோர் பண்றதா டெக்ஸ்ட் ஃபைல் ஆட்டம்னு வச்சுங்களேன் நீங்க டேட்டாவை ஸ்டோர் பண்ணிருப்பீங்க அந்த டேட்டாவை ரிட்ரீவ் பண்ணி கொடுக்கணும் என்ன ஃபார்மட் எக்ஸல் இருந்தாலும் சரி
நேம் வேல்யூஸ்
இதுல சாம்பிள் இல்ல JSON ஃபைல் நான் வச்சில்ல நான் கன்வர்ட் பண்ணதுக்கு பட் சாம்பிள் அந்த இதோட இருக்கும் அந்த டேக்
நேம் வேல்யூ
ரொம்ப அது கன்ஃபியூஸ் பண்ண வேணாம்னு பார்க்கறது டேட்டா செட் ஒரு ஃபைல் அந்த ஃபைலை வந்து ரெண்டு தான் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுது எக்ஸ்டென்ஷன் இப்படி டெக்ஸ்ட் ஃபைல் சொல்ற மாதிரி CSV JSON ஃபைல் இது வந்து பாண்டாவை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் அவ்வளவுதான் இது வந்துடலாம் நீங்க எல்லாமே லோடு இது பார்த்து பீப்புள் கேன் ட்ரை டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பாண்டாஸ் வெளியே வந்துடுறேன் பாண்டாஸ் வெளியே வந்துடுறேன் இது ஓகே go to the first slide of that. So pandas data structure and tools. Pandas is simply what? Data structure. What is data structure? யாரும் computer science இல்லாதவங்க சொன்னீங்கன்னா பெட்டரா இருக்கும். What is data structure? Computer science இல்லாதவங்க ஆன்சர் பண்ணா பெட்டரா இருக்கும். Data structure னா என்னது?
How do you organize the data?
How do you organize your data so that it will be easily accessible? அப்படிதானே? So that is what? Storing and retrieving. Pandas is meant for storing your information, retrieving and எப்படி index பண்ணலாம், re-index பண்ணலாம். That is what happens. So actually using for data science using a NumPy for computation. It will be very efficient computations and this is mainly used for storing and retrieval pandas. And then comes SciPy. What is the SciPy? Using all integral solving differential equations optimization. It provides you a function which is allow you to do all the computation. Click on it. SciPy. The library of this is the import library. SciPy.lin, SciPy.stats, SciPy.optimize. This is a library available. You have SciPy.rsignal. This is a library. You can make use of this library for the data set to get the outcome. Next point. These are the open source library tools. This is support. That's what I just put it up. Next experiment. From SciPy import, you type it this in your Kaggle, you will be able to get a directive of stats. What are the stats? These are things. I'm just putting a limited screenshot. Next is a quick example. Statistics, it's a part of example. SciPy is simply nothing, you know, not going to do anything here. Import NumPy as SP, then you're generating a random number. You can find all this format of SP. Even using NumPy, use பண்ணி நீங்க பண்ணலாம். SP random use பண்ணி same as NumPy random. NumPy random use பண்ணிக்கலாம். இதையும் பண்ணலாம். You can use simply your NumPy itself you are able to do. Even SciPy supports here random also it supports. Next page. You just look into this. Integration is not easy in doing normally. நம்ம பண்ணனும் easy கிடையாது. Support கொடுக்குது அவ்வளவுதான். You are going to make use of this particular library to do integrate functions. ஒரு simple example எடுப்போம். மேல integration இருப்பாங்க. 0 to 4.5 j 2.5 அது Bessel function அப்படினா. So 2.x dx. அது NumPy NP SciPy as SP. Try to understand. From SciPy import integrate. From SciPy import integrate is available to you. You are not doing anything. You are just applying that function into your program. Then from SciPy import special on the function Bessel function special. Then result is equal to integrate dot chord. Integrate ஏற்கனவே SciPy ல இருந்து எடுத்துட்டீங்க. Dot chord அது function it's apply and using what? Lambda call x special of என்னது JV 2.5 அங்க என்ன சொல்லிருப்பாங்க 2.5 JV 2.5 comma x ன்னு கொடுத்து. So we can translate JV of 2.5 range as 0 to 4.5. So what I'm trying to say, you have all the functions available to you as a function. You can do import of that in your program, but which one is necessary to do all this integration into your program? You need what? SkyPy. And the SkyPy in turn have what? All the functions supporting. Integrate is one function. So special functions. இதெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு SkyPy இருந்தா தான் you can do it. So you need to know what is available and how to make use of it in your code. And then comes your similarly this particular functions. NumPy, SkyPy, எப்படி square root of this particular square root of 2 divided by pi. அதை எப்படி translate பண்ணிருக்காங்க? That's what your அதாவது from SkyPy import special. np dot numpy does it. Numpy does it, this particular function. Sin function அதே பண்ணுது. Next square function. அடுத்தது determinant எப்படி பண்ணுன்னு பார்க்கலாம். இது normal functions. இது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். இது one of very important தான். One, the SkyPy has an optimized this package. In the package available, SkyPy oda attached available. That is last part linear algebra package உங்களுக்கு basic linear algebra subprograms இப்படிக்கான. You can make, for example, அது வந்து just a normal process அதுக்குங்க. This particular right hand side உள்ளது பாருங்க. You can look into it. NP, we are defining a matrix. NP matrix and NumPy NP matrix 135. And print a normally from SkyPy import another linear algebra. And after importing that, we are applying linear algebra dot inversion. So what I am saying inverse, you can have linear algebra has lot of library attached to it. You can go and find what are the library and make use of it in your program. So without SkyPy, you cannot do that. You have to import SkyPy, and from SkyPy import linear language and make use of it. Go to the next. This normally solving a linear equations. Is solve it's not simple, right? But simply making use of a linear algebra dot solve ai into b print algebra ai அதை வந்து தனியா solve பண்ணி அதே answer. அதான் you need to know what is available, how to make use. அதுதான் now as a teacher or engineer we should be ready. What is available, how to make use of that in our is similarly how difficult we will find out to do that. Just a linear algebra dot determinant of A will gives you a solution to find a determinant of any given matrix. Go next. Solve linear least equations. Convert that equations into the linear algebra LSTQ. புரியுதா உங்களுக்கு? Linear least square problems. Just apply பண்ணுங்க. Just input கொடுங்க. You will be able to get the and the functions தான் நீங்க மெயினா பார்க்கணும். LINALG. That makes use of to get this particular output. இதுவும் அதேதான் பாருங்க. SkyPy import starts and lot of code will be there. Don't worry about the code. The thing is only this is all available code, nothing new here. Only thing, look into linear algebra. This is not using linear. Go to the next one. Linear algebra use பண்ணாதே பண்ணிருக்கேன். இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா you can look from SkyPy optimize functions. At the starting of the slide I given all these functions are set. I'll optimize one of the functions. From SkyPy optimize import least square. So on the least square you can use it. இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா the success is equal to least square. So what is built-in function available, apply it and you will be able to get the code. Actually, this is actually anybody can say this particular graph. What is this? This is it. That's a silver color point line or line. Actual on the line. Available is the dots. Actually predict பண்றோம்ல. Actually வருது. Method மூலமா predict பண்றது nearby actual இருந்ததுனா it is going to be a good model. But ஓரளவு டைவர்ட்டடா இருக்கு. Okay, next போயிரலாம். இது வந்து Darwin differential equations. அந்த differential equations என்னெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க பாருங்க. SkyPy dot integrate import OD method. OD int. அந்த OD int தான் இங்க derivative யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. OD int derivative y int. So based on your problem, things are available. Apply it. Import next. இதுதான் உங்க SkyPy ஓட functions என்னது? NumPy is calculations, Panda is storing, SkyPy for solving all the equations using that particular method. Nothing to code or nothing to evaluate on your own. Okay, next, visualization, math model. அதுக்கும் இருக்கும் functions இருக்கும் எல்லாத்துக்கும் functions இருக்கும் nobody can இதுல இருக்கும் SkyPy ல இருக்கும் என்னெல்லாம் எதெல்லாம் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுதோ அதை நமக்கு ட்ரா பண்ணி போகணும். யூஸ் பண்ண தெரிஞ்சிடணும். இதுக்கு இது யூஸ் ஆகுதுன்னு மட்டும் தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டா இட்ஸ் எனஃப் ஃபார் us. அதான். Next, visualization. That's what I said. Anything saying the word is not going to help until you are going to project as what? Graphical images. So Matplotlib helps you to present anything as a visualization. That is not enough. People went with now Seaborn saying that it is going to be much more efficient, right? So this is what I am not going through it. Next page, okay? இதுக்கு வந்து உங்களுக்கு Matplotlib import Matplotlib as dot plot as plot. அதுக்கப்புறம் import once நம்ம இதுல import பண்ணோம் dot instance யூஸ் பண்ணோம். Next problem. இது அனதர் previous போகலாம். Why do sometime நீங்க வர்க் பண்ணும்போது இன்ஸ்டால் பண்றதுக்கு தான் இன்ஸ்டால் pip install Matplotlib பட் Kaggle எல்லாம் நான் கூட இருக்கும். அது என்ன வெர்ஷன் வந்து சிலது லாக் ஆகும். நீங்க அப்புறம் இந்த வெர்ஷன் அப்கிரேட் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும். நம்மளுடைய இதுல வந்து வெர்ஷன் வந்து கம்பேட்டபிளா இருக்காது. கொலாப்லயும் அப்டேட் ஆகல. நான் வர்க் பண்ணும்போது அப்டேட் ஆகல. திருப்பி இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க. லைசென்ஸ் இப்போ அனோடல போடுவோம். இது என்னன்னா சிலதே வந்து வெர்ஷன் உங்களுக்கு அப்கிரேட் ஆகாது. வெர்ஷனை ரீஇன்ஸ்டால் பண்ண வேண்டியது வரும். சில ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ் வந்து அப்பெண்ட்னு ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷன் வர்க் பண்ணேன். It says it is not available now. Only concat concat is available அப்படின்னு but check பண்ணும்போது the version has to be revised. So version has to be upgraded if required in future. இது ஓகே தான? pip install only comes in Anaconda where you want to install. Automatically Colab is available. Import பண்ணீங்கனாலே Colab platformல நீங்க the new notebook னு சொல்லி install பண்ணீங்கனாலே you'll be able to type it and get your new notebook. Colabல என்ன ப்ராப்ளம்னா you have to enroll your cell numbers. உங்களோட நம்பர்ஸ் கொடுத்து நீங்க ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஃபோன் நம்பர் அதெல்லாம் லிமிட்டேஷன்ஸ். இமெயில் கொலாப்ல இது Kaggle phone number Colab works with the email. அதனால you have Kaggle doesn't work with the email. You have to
I have an account but I use my email.
You should have given your phone number. I am very OTP la vaanga.
Maybe now
now இருக்கலாம்.
because I installed it
எனக்கு 1 year before தான் பண்ணேன். நல்லா ஞாபகம் phone
it will ask like
OTP la
can I use your
Colab la Kaggle
Kaggle
try it again without phone number. I don't think a unique phone number வேற அந்த phone number க்கு
chat GPT ரெண்டு
அது கிடையாது. அது இப்போ I had the same problem last year.
chat GPT only it is asking
அது கரெக்ட். இதுக்கும் இது problem I faced. I don't know. You got a good solution or no? I got a problem.
install it. I would have joined before you.
தெரியல.
chat GPT நான் மெயில் தான் யூஸ் பண்ணேன்.
இல்ல நான் நம்பர் கொடுத்தேன்.
Okay, we'll stop it here. Come on. இது ஏதோ we get the outline. Matplotlib வந்து it's using to plot the graph and represent the data as a pictorial representations. Come on. Okay, இதெல்லாம் chart, bar chart, line chart, எல்லாம் வர எல்லாரே chart வரலாம். not only limited. Go to the next. Okay, go to the next. அது இதுவே வரும் diagrams. It's quite a these are different types of chart you can have in a your normal line graph, your bar chart, histogram, scatter plot. நிறைய இருக்கு. இது லிமிட்டட். இது கூட பண்ணலாம். a dash to a minus plot. Question will be asked to you later. உங்களுக்கு ஒரு question arise ஆகும். சரியா? Dotted line அந்த pointed வந்து dark எத்தனை size வேணும் அதெல்லாம் கொடுக்கலாம். That's two lines same. This is not the way we can represent the data. I have few examples. This is one of the chart that we have. Next, how we have one representation I will do. Later representation I will brush up. X values, y values, just plot, PLT plot. That comes as what? Import Matplotlib dot pyplot as PLT. Then PLT dot plot X values and Y values. That has been plotted here. And plot dot show display this particular graph. Okay, next. Similarly, this we can have your labels also in the graph. Some numbers per plot dot y labels. Some numbers. X-axis value கொடுக்கலாம். Simple line. X-axis. How to give is important. What is X-axis? What is Y-axis? And then you can give even a label and ask to plot. Plot dot plot. PLOT is very important. Only when you give, you get a plot out of it. And then you can give a label. Come next. And this is all you can give with a pyplot. Text கொடுக்கலாம். X labels. Y labels and then title, clear, safety, legend element. Next. This is one of the graph being provided. Next. இதுவும் graph, இதுக்கு ரொம்ப நான் போகல. Graph you can represent. Next. Next. No written value, no பிரச்சனை. Similarly, a plot. நீங்களே சொல்லலாம். பாருங்க, what has been drawn here. You have an x value, you have a y value, plot x comma y, you have the value, legend, another labels and the x axis, y label, y axis, title another, my first graph, smaller compartment, plot show. Very easily you can plot any given graph. Next. Next panna. Simple 2 lines of plot panna. Plot x1, y1, label, line L1, and then plot x2, y2, label, line L1, plot x label, x axis. Value, legend. You can print, plot the legend. Legend na pathingla. Nalla theriyudha? Similarly, ipo next press பண்ணுங்க. இததான் உங்களுக்கு ஃப்ரண்ட்ல இது கிராஃப் சொல்றேன். You have PLT plot. It's fine. Color என்னது? Green. You are giving a color. A dashed line. Width எவ்வளவு இருக்கணும்? Marker 0 அந்த O வருதுல. அதோடைய சைஸும் marker blue கலர்ல இருக்கணும். சைஸும் you have lot of flexibility. You should know what to use, where to use and how to use. That is very important from yourself. Go next. Then plot here, come next. You can have a graph like this. Okay. Simply you nothing value, next, plot, bar. Color green good. And now color you can change it. Next. Then again come yes. This is just H. Bar H. Horizontal. Just bar H. Bar bar H. Next. Next. You can have C1 red and plotting the bar chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C1 red and green, blue and green. So label Excel my bar chart show. Next. Something very easy to draw. That's what I'm saying. It is only to plot it. This is histograms. அதே couple பண்ணனும். நம்ம மெயினா பின் கொடுத்துறோம். எத்தனை பின்? 10 பின்னா 10 குரூப் பண்ணிடுவோம். Number of 0 10 பின் எவ்வளவு? 3. Number of என்னது? 10 20 30 அதே பின் பண்ணி group பண்ணி இது plot this particular. You are not doing anything. You're just putting plot. You're putting a range. You're giving a number of bins. You're giving a string and giving a color. Width also you're giving as a 0. Next. Then this again what happened? Looking this particular fake adala matanga. It is nothing but bin utachi color blue alpha 0.5 with it has drawn this particular graph for the given data. அப்படி எல்லா டேட்டாவும் plot பண்ணனும். உங்களுக்கு 2 number of 2s எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? அதுக்கு plot பண்ணனும். Number of 1 2 3 go to next. Scatter plots. Scatter plot வேணுமா? Scatter plot. It just plot scattered. It's not going to connect anything. Scatter plot. Set. Next. Next. Again, a scatter plot. You can give all the designs here. எப்படி இருக்கும்? என்ன கலர் இருக்கும்? என்ன மார்க்கர் இருக்கும்? Next. This is pie chart. Very easily you can do. But everything is available inbuilt. Nothing to learn, nothing to by heart, and nothing to reproduce. Available. Fetch it and make use of it. And next. This is normally a curve equation to be solved. Arrange it. NP is nothing but numpy in here. Plot is a PLT plot. Rendu use pannirukku. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plot. Import numpy for calculations. Come next. This is over with respect to this, but people are not satisfied with this particular matplot. People said I am going ahead with further clarity, further presentable as a base. Go to C1. அதை அப்படியே இது பண்ணுங்க. அது நல்லா இருக்கும். இன்னும் ஃபினிஷிங் நல்லா இருக்கும். பட் நிறைய பேர் அதை யூஸ் பண்ணது நம்ம C1 எல்லாம். பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபினிஷிங் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும். மேட் பிளாட்டே we have not used properly. C1 comes a plot. It's thick look. ரொம்ப ப்ளீசிங்காக இருக்கும். கலர் பேலட்ஸ்லாம் இருக்கும்னு சொன்னாங்க. இது வந்து I just taken a data set of tips. அதுக்கு I just drawn this particular thing. என்னெல்லாம் இருக்கு? கவுண்ட் பிளாட், பார் பிளாட், பாக்ஸ் பிளாட். அது simple than particular mat plot what is Seaborn. And just SNS is nothing but what? Import Seaborn as SNS. And then you have SNS.count plot in this particular. Right, go to the next. Either simple regressions எப்படி வரையலாம் நெக்ஸ்ட் போங்க. அது பேரும் LM plot பாருங்க. LM plot. கிளியர் இருக்குது. Go next. give the LL plot. This ஒரே ஒரு features எல்லாமே U னு ஒரு features, very prominent features is there in this one. இது U எல்லாம்னா we can give a different color. நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா sex male and female. So இது செப்பரேட் பண்ணிருக்கு, எது female male செப்பரேட் பண்ணி காமிக்கும். U. இது main functions available in your what? Okay. Come to the next. Outlays. Outlays na enadha actually? What do you mean by outlays? அப்படின்னா ரொம்ப ஹெவியா இருந்தா அது பேர்லாம் அவுட்லேஸ். அதை ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ண யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். இந்த பிளாட் வந்து நிறைய பிளாட் இருக்கும். இது நாட் அவைலபிள் இந்த மேட்ல. இது மேட்ல வயலன் பிளாட், ஸ்கேட்டர் பிளாட், பாக்ஸ் பிளாட். இது வந்து ஒன் ஆஃப் தி வயலன் பிளாட். இது ஒன் ஆஃப் தி பாக்ஸஸ். பேர்வைஸ் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் நம்ம மேட் பிளாட்ல பண்ண முடியாது. பேர்வைஸ்னா எல்லா பாசிபிள் பேரையும் பண்ணணும். So simple code என்னது? Just SMS pair plot tips you வந்து செக்ஷன் மட்டும் மெயினா எடுத்துங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் just plot it with respect to total bill versus size, total bill versus tips, total bill versus எல்லாம் next ஒரே லைன்ல you are able to get all the plots. Next factor plot. இது வந்து இது mainly easy separate categorical classes are easier separate male and female வச்சு சிம்பிளி பாத்தீங்கன்னா கேட் பிளாட்ல இங்க கொடுத்த அந்த நியூ செக்ஸ் டேட்டா டிப்ஸ் கைண்ட் வைல் கைண்ட்ல நீங்க என்னன்னு மாத்தலாம். கைண்ட்ல வந்து வயலின் கொடுத்தனால வயலின் டைப்ல வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் சி பாண்ட். இதுல மெயினா நீங்க ரெண்டு இது வந்து தீம் சி எஸ்எல்எஸ் செட் this okay next போயிருங்க.
சொன்னடா வரல.
இதெல்லாம் ஓகே. Classification of support vector addition, nearest neighbor. இதெல்லாம் ஒரு என்ன சொல்றது? Methodology to classify the objects here. Regression. Can you people didn't differentiate so far classification, regression, and clustering. Any non-computer science students also staff also will be able to understand. Can you say that? What is classification? What is clustering? What is regression? You don't know, right?
Ma'am, I have an idea.
Hey, tell me whatever idea. I am ready to listen. Please.
Not in the definition way.
Definition la vendam. Classification enna nu solunga. Are you able to say that?
Based on the attributes, we are putting it into different groups.
Different group is correct, but it is classification is one of the supervised learning, correct? Supervised learning, unsupervised பண்ணுவாங்க, but classification ana we will train the model saying that this is what the label, this is what the label. When future object comes, it is able to say which class does it belongs to. That is classification. Supervised learning normally it comes. And then comes your clustering means we don't know the label, outcome we don't know. We give the data. You find which group does they belong to. Automatically they themselves will collaborate. Here you come to a class, right? You should have got closer to some group of people from other college also. That means somewhere you are, what is that? Tuned with a particular interested. So other than somewhere we left and we automatically get tuned based on some parameter. That is said to be clustering. So there is no label, nothing known, nothing being taught. They learn by itself, clustering. And clustering, lot of methods are available. And what is regression in the sense? Where will be continuous variable. We will try to plot for given inputs. A new input comes, we will be able to get the, for example, temperature, load factor எடுக்கலாம். இல்லனா we can also say getting nearby college, I want to get an what is that, home, like so that I can travel, distance and my money I can take. So this much distance, this much my rent. I am talking about we are going to take a home for a rent. This much kilometer, lesser kilometer, rent will be here, correct? For Saram, instead if you want to come closer, your rent will be very higher, right? You go a bit further. Can you draw plot a line for that? Correct? Can plot. Then later on in between values you can easily go and find from the particular line what is going to be my cost if I am going to travel this much of kilometers. So that is something regression. So classification is a very three popular thing which everyone should know. What is classification? What is clustering? What is a regression? Three main. These are the thing. Okay. Come further. I'll stop it in one location. Go next. Time is there. Yes, no. It is up. You 2 minutes la mudichira. Oru diagram மட்டும் எடுத்தா எல்லாம் clear ஆயிடும். Next வாங்க. இந்த இடத்தை click பண்ணி பாருங்க. எல்லாமே supervised learnings எல்லாமே. இத click பண்ணுங்க. I want to take it to one diagram இல்ல வரலனா. Okay, வேணாம் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடுங்க. Next போங்க. Next போங்க. Next. Next. This I want to take here. This will help you a lot. Go there, click on that. அந்த லிங்க் எடுத்து நீ போக முடியாது. இந்த லிங்க் அங்கிருந்து காப்பி லிங்க் பண்ணிட்டு போனீங்கன்னா பெட்டர். உங்களுக்கு கிளாரிட்டி இல்லை, இல்லைன்னா புரியும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. ஓகே ஃபைன், லெட் லீவ் இட் ஹியர். You have a classification, you have clustering, you have regression, you have a dimensional prediction. Over picture. When you are coming starting a problem, if it is greater than some parameter, okay fine. You are able to categorize or not. You are going to divide it or not. You are able to divide your problem. Whether the problem is going to be labeled data, you have no problem. Whether the data is going to be labeled, go for what? Classification. Unlabeled means come for clusters. Try to understand. Then producing a category is possible. No means come here. Are you able to predict the quantity of it? Take a problem. Get the problem. If it is going to be greater than some size, smaller means we can cross down. Why do you want a machine model when the size keeps growing and the human is not able to predict it? So you make a model for greater data. Come to the model, check whether it belongs to which category. Is it a labeled or unlabeled? Labeled means no problem, go for the classification. Unlabeled, go for cluster. If you are not able to produce any category, you are not able to group it, come here and try to predict some quantity. And you are able to predict the quantity, fine, go and do a dimensional regression method. Some value quantity, you can go regression. If not, are you able to look for some details? Well, if you are able to look some possibilities there, reduce it and then further proceed. If not, you cannot do, very difficult to proceed. So having any data set, how to proceed? Go to the next. So everything is available, the link will provide you all the information. And this is all, this is all how to load a data set. Go to the next. How to plot it. One example I just showed. Digit, load the digit. And then plot it as a grid. This is for 0 digit. You are loading the data set and printing for 0 number. Go to the next. And this are normally when you load and pre-process, this all has to be processed. Normalize, transform, aggregate, feature extraction, etc. Go next. Previous program. These are the library will help you. Main thing, these are the library will help you. What are the type? Load, pre-processing, site feature extraction, site feature selections. Go to next. Go to next. You can read it up. Go next. You can read it up. Missing values. Missing values. You can find the missing values either using any one of the approach. Mean or median or what? Mode or C. Next. And this one normalization, I said, you know, bring it to the range of some values. If it is going to disperse, you can look 10, 20, 30, 40. 0, 1 is not in a controlled manner. You can normalize the data so that it is easy to train a model. Take a data, make it proper, remove all the invalid or missing values, fill it up or remove that values, and then normalize to get it in a converged format. Come to next. And extract your features. And one is what is the principal component analysis? Top 2 features. What is the top 2 feature which is going to be relevant? Next. And feature selections. Just get 2 features and try to predict it. Go to the next. I'm just showing original data sheet 150 into 4. You selected data sheet 150 into 2 features seems to be more relevant. Next. And then this is very important part of your model. Any model is very, very important part, and every researcher will come across that. What is going to be your this particular accuracy, precision, கண்டிப்பா எல்லாரும் பார்த்துட்டீங்க. இதுக்கு அர்த்தம் என்ன? Confusion matrix ஓட அர்த்தம் anyone can justify that. Confusion matrix confuses us. என்னது? 3 labels. It has 3 labels. First label it is able to correctly give. That second label problem. Third label accurate second label correct. Second class correct classify. Third 10 it is correctly classified. And 9 it is correctly classified. 11 it is going to be third label. 11 is correctly. Very important is confusion matrix. What is that? Precision, recall, score. This is very important for your any model evaluations. Next one close பண்ணிட்டு ஸ்டாட் மாடல் மட்டும் ஒரே ஒரு தடவை காமிச்சேன். ஸ்டாட்ஸ் மாடல் 2 பேஜ் தான். ஸ்டாட் மாடல் இங்கே இருக்கு பாருங்க. ஸ்டாட்ஸ் அங்கே இருக்கு. இது வந்து just a statistic use பண்ணி how can you have a model output to be shown. You should at least know what is what available. இதெல்லாம் வேண்டாம், நீங்க போயிருங்க அடுத்த ஸ்லைட் போயிருங்க. You can use of stat model. Stat model dot AKSSL. You can use the method here and do a fitting. You can get all the results simply with one single command. Stat model will be able to give us statistics about your data. Stat model will be used. இதை க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடுங்க. அப்படியே மெயின் ஸ்லைட் அது நெக்ஸ்ட் பேஜ் போயிருங்க. இதுதான் ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள். In the example, just look into it, very easily to understand. Admission, every people get admission based on the prediction. Use cases. I'll just show running thing of it. Go to the next. In the code will file admission data. I've shared this data also with you. Other admin data, find the shape of that particular data. Go next. How to print the content of the data. Drop the serial number. என்ன conclude பண்ணுவாங்கன்னா ஒரு people go for MS right abroad. They have a student will write their own applications. How well they are doing. And teacher will write an application. They have a GRE score. They have a TOEFL score. இதெல்லாம் எது வந்து importantly playing a role to the admission கொண்டு வர next போங்க. இது the confusion matrix. The correlation matrix next. இது வந்து very very important. Correlation factor maps, heat maps. இதுல என்ன உங்களுக்கு தெரியுதுன்னா you have for all the scores it itself shows you which is for chance of admission which is playing a major role which is highly correlated na closely connected to get achievement. So what is highly correlated in the CGPA vanda 0.87 adhu mela da irukka idu plays a major role to get admissions. So they can go to the next heat map undu neenga bochu correlation coefficient matrix. So one now we'll try to find and go to the next next. This is probability. When you click it, go next. You can look and just type the command. Next page. This is representation. University ranking which SOP which statement of purpose. Student the next. LOR the recommendation data is available next. Last diagram. Chances of admit correlation coefficient, which proves to be better here. CGP helps a lot. Then GRE score. Then TOEFL score from the given set of data for the several students. So what is my session was Python for data science, but we addressed what is a data science, what are utilities or what are the libraries that can be used for a data science while executing in terms of Python. We saw Scikit, learn, develop a model, and then we looked into NumPy for mathematical calculation, then we looked into Pandas for only frame or storing of a data, then we looked into what is that? SciPy for statistical information, and then Matplot for plotting it, and then Seaborn, and then this both are for plotting. Then we looked into Scikit learn for machine learning model, and then stats. So this, what is that? Nothing to learn new here, but you should know what is to be used where and how. That is most important. But as a teacher, I want a teacher to be updated each and every time. Then only you will be able to challenge the students, or else it will be. Thank you.
HOD madam is joining shortly. On behalf of Department of PhD, participants of the assembly, I wish to extend sincere thanks to Dr. for accepting our request and sharing her knowledge with us so that we can get an idea about how to start with doing this kind of analysis in using Python, different data set. Let us try to explore further. And in the practice session now actually, in the practice session we shall practice one actual scenario, industry land planning data set we have taken, and that is already posted in this year. We can start working on it. That is actually to understand or evaluate OEE of a manufacturing industry. Two different lines of production lines are taken, and that data is collected, and with that data the performance of the production unit is evaluated, that is measured based on 3 parameters, and all these contents which actually madam has shared so far. only these syntax, only these formats are going to be used today. People, those who are not familiar with Python also can work on it. The complete code is available, data set is available. We can start working on it now. That will take just 15 minutes time to complete. Okay, now we'll, Madam has joined. Now I request Madam to present this memento to Dr. Sandeep Kumar as a token of gratitude.
Vishnu. டேய் இப்போ குரூப் ஃபோட்டோ எடுக்கிறாங்கல்ல விஷ்ணு, டேய் ஷாம் இப்போ குரூப் ஃபோட்டோ எடுக்கிறாங்களா, அதையும் வீடியோ எடுக்கணும். அதையும் வீடியோவில் இருக்கணுமா? ஏன்னா ஃபோட்டோ எடுத்துட்டு இன்னும் நல்லா இருக்கும்ல. கையிடலாமா? குரூப் ஃபோட்டோ வீடியோ நீ அப்படி கழட்டி இது பண்ணுறா, கழட்டிடவா வச்சுட்டு அப்படி வர சொல்கிறாங்க. அப்படி வாடா அப்படி